Okay, what's up, y'all? As y'all get in here, y'all know what to do. Let us know where y'all from. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. For sure. I'll try to have there. Hold on, let me see. As y'all get in here, how we gonna play this? How we gonna play it? What's up, y'all? As y'all come in, let us know where y'all from. We gonna start this off the right way. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, as always. We'll have a good one tonight. Oh, before we even get into this, hold on. I want to see what y'all think about something. Sean, appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, as y'all get in here, let us know where y'all from. Seattle, what's up? Hold on. We're going to get this right one time. Hold on. Let me know what y'all think about this.
Do y'all see what I see? Y'all see Kelly going inside? Now.
Yeah, this how we going to start it off. Listen, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. For the ones that don't know how we do it here, before we get into the shenanigans, we like to speak real first. See what I'm saying? We like to speak real first. So like I said, we're going to get into the shenanigans, but we like to speak a little real first. Shout out to DC. DC living in NC. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to St. Louis. Say, yeah, I'm from where you from. Oh, really? Shout out to you, though. So Seattle, St. Louis, we got a lot of people in the building. Highland, what's up? Appreciate y'all for pulling up. We're going to get a couple people in here, then we're going to start. But for now, y'all check this out. What y'all think about this?
And this is the other lady husband. Who that little boy look like? Look real close, y'all.
Hold on, let's play that again. Shout out to Cincinnati.
Y'all see Kelly going inside? Now, this is the baby father. And this is the other lady husband. Who that little boy look like? Look real close, y'all.
Now, look, keep in mind, y'all. Y'all remember, it was always a running rumor that Jay-Z was messing around with Kelly Rowland. Now, keep in mind, all this is alleged. We not say. All I'm doing is bringing awareness to these crazy topics. Like I told y'all before, that's all we do. For y'all that just got in here, let us know where y'all from, too. Shout yourselves out. But I found this interesting because lately, Kelly Rowland's son has been going viral all over social media, right? All over X, all over Facebook, and Instagram. And I came across her video. And it's interesting because she actually put the side-by-side pictures, right? She put Jay-Z baby picture. She put this kid's picture right here. Now, we're not saying that it is what people may think it is, but this is a crazy resemblance. Crazy, right? One more time for y'all that just got in here. Once again, as y'all get in here, let us know where y'all from. Shout yourselves out.
Do y'all see what I see?
Look at this.
Y'all see Kelly going inside?
Now, I ain't gonna lie, too. I don't know where the light skin in this came from. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all know Kelly Rowland. She plays around with her face from time to time, but we know that she's naturally dark-skinned. We know that, right? The father, as it see, he looks dark-skinned to me. The kid, I don't know.
This is the baby father. And this is the other lady husband.
What you mean you don't see no resemblance? I mean, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? Right?
Who that little boy look like? Look real close, y'all.
No, like I said, we're going to get to the shenanigans. I just want to play this.
Do y'all see what I see?
And for y'all that don't know, hold on. Let me see something.
Y'all see Kelly going inside? Now, this is the baby father.
All right, hold on, y'all.
And this is the other lady husband. Who that little boy look like? Look real close, y'all.
Talking about you. See, Kelly Rowland like to play with her face from time to time. Hold on, let me see. Y'all remember when she went through this phase right here? When she was at those awards and she suddenly became light skinned out of nowhere? Like, look, I don't know what she thought she was doing. I don't know what Kelly Rowland thought she was doing with this, but we know that this, who this? Right? Who is this? That ain't the Kelly Rowland we know. Let me see if we can find an older picture of Kelly Rowland, because that ain't the Kelly Rowland we know. Right? So when I said that, this is why I said, you know, she tends to play with her face from now and then because she pop up light skin, right? Hold on. She pop up light skin, then she brown skin again. Hold on. Let me see. Right? So don't be fooled. 1 minute she light skinned. Kanye said, I got a light skinned girl look like Michael Jackson. Got a dark skinned girl look like Michael Jackson. So when you see this, who is this? Brandy, what's up? Appreciate you for pulling up. But you established, please quit with all the conspiracy theories. See, all right. You know, we got to always address a few of them. It's not about looking for clout. If I wanted to do clout, I could be over here yelling and dissing every YouTuber and blogger and just being loud. That's not what it's about. To us, these ain't conspiracy theories. This is a safe place for the people that believe in, you know, not the norm. That's all this is about. That's all this is about. So it's not about being established. It's not about chasing clout. It's just about bringing awareness to attention. Simple. Forget all that, though. Look, this right here, whoever this is, I don't know. But let's get back to business, right? One more time. Then we're going to get into the nonsense.
Do y'all see what I see? Y'all see Kelly Rowland's son? Now, this is her baby father. And this is the other lady husband. Who would that little boy look like? Look real close, y'all.
Yeah, that's another thing. Shout out to that comment too. You know why? Because everybody doing the same thing. Just now, you got a couple people, they do the little conspiracy stuff and whatever, but check the records, right? Check it. We've been doing this before they started believing in aliens. We still waiting for a 3-Eye Atlas to pull up, right? We still waiting for 3-Eye Atlas. So please, if you new here, just be new here. Sit back and watch. Shout out to y'all. For the people that's in here, we at 78. I'm trying to wait till we get to 10. But for the people that's in here, shout out where you from. Shout out your names. Let us know what's up. We here today. Told y'all we gonna be going live and all that. Now, appreciate y'all for pulling up. What else, man? That was just interesting. But like I said, I like to talk about the real before we get into the shenanigans. We like to get talk about the real. I'm running this back.
Do y'all see what I see? Y'all see Kelly Rowland's son? Now, this is her baby father. And this is the other lady husband. Who would that little boy look like? Look real close, y'all.
North Carolina, what's up? Yo, keep in mind, right? Nobody talks about Free Baby. Y'all remember AJ and Free from 106 and Park? Nobody talk about Free Baby. And if y'all remember, right, when they were talking about Free Baby, allegedly, you know, Wendy Williams, when she would blast Free and say that Free was allegedly pregnant by Jay-Z. Who remember that? And to this day, nobody have seen Free's baby, right? Nobody even know, nobody heard nothing about Free's child. Why? All right, for the newbies, let's get into it. Let me show y'all something real quick, right? Wendy Williams, Jay-Z, Free. Let me see if y'all remember for the people. Look.
But I just got this note from Nicole, who's my right arm back there in the office. Free gave birth Monday. 50 and Jay-Z was there. She gave birth in Brooklyn at Methodist Hospital. Who do we shout out to? Oh, hell. Beyonce. What you gonna do now, babe? Oprah. What? Oprah today. No, but she's gonna be talking about whether she's pregnant on Oprah. She damn sure is not gonna talk about whether her fiance or boyfriend or whatever, you know, planted one in the next broad.
Now this is free, y'all. For the ones that don't know, this is free from 106 in Park from back in the days, right? AJ and Free, we all remember that. It's always been a running rumor that allegedly Jay-Z got her pregnant. Her pregnancy, everything was a mystery. To this day, we haven't seen her baby. To this day. And if y'all remember the last person that they claimed that Jay-Z had a baby with, what happened to her? Right?
Was it a boy or a girl?
Oh, we're twins.
Try to bust a nut, he bust a nut.
Oh, he's held it down in the fashion world with rock wear and his very own Reebok shoe. He owns an elite sports bar, the 4040 Club, and he has had his own record label for years.
All right, he's here today to introduce us to his latest group to come up from the Rockefeller family. The Young Guns.
And that's another thing for the people that always talk about Wendy Williams. Y'all don't understand, right? All the conspiracy theory things that they talk about now, from the weirdness going on in the industry, from the Diddy parties, she been talking about this. And it's funny because when you look in the comments and you see people right now to this day that still say like, oh, y'all conspiracy theories, look, y'all hate Jay-Z, all that stuff, right? It was people saying the same thing to her then. Fast forward now, she ain't look too crazy, right? Neither do Jaguar right? It's just funny that people that was ahead of the game, they talked about it, people called them crazy. Now look, they still talking about Diddy parties. Matter of fact, speaking of Jay-Z and Diddy, right? Hold up. Y'all remember this? Right? Hold on. Look at this.
What you gonna do for him, Jay? I want to take him back a little bit. What's it, my nigga? You got Rockefeller shine.
Look at that. I'm going to ask y'all one question right now. Right? What person you know in this world could slap Jay-Z on the butt like that? I'm just saying, what person you know on God's green earth can go and slap Jay-Z on the butt like that, not once, but twice, and the man don't even flinch? Right? What's that about?
What you gonna do for him, Jay? I want to take him back a little bit. What's it, my nigga? You got Rockefeller shine.
What's that about?
Put your Rockefeller shine in the air. What you gonna do for him?
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. People hate Diddy, whatever the case may be. It's something going on in that industry that a lot of us don't know about, and I get it, right? But the thing about this is y'all can't accept the fact that these things happen. You can't negate the fact that these things happen. You can sit there and act like they don't exist, but these things happen. Right? Let's run it back, man.
Jay, I want to take him back a
Look at
little
this.
bit. What's it, my nigga? You got Rockefeller shine on the fucking city, nigga. Put your Rockefeller
Crazy.
shine in the air.
All right. Anyway, so I just had to get into that, man. I just want to see. The thing is, a lot of people these days, they get away with these things that happened back in the days because now we got a new generation. Now it's just a whole bunch of kids. It's just a whole bunch of just people who, whatever. They may not believe, and I get it. But there's things that happen that built up to what's going on today. You may not remember because you wasn't there, but there's things that happened back in the day that you got to update yourself on. Jaguar ain't too crazy. Shout out my boy Trap House. Right? Wendy Williams ain't too crazy. I mean, they make her look crazy now, but right? Anyway, so let's get into the foolishness, man. Let's get into the foolishness, y'all. Allstar JR.
Do y'all see what I see?
Now, here's what I'm going to say about this, right? All right, so right here. And shout out to DJ Academics, right? But I think right now what he doing is damage control. Yeah. Right now, Academics is on a run and he's doing damage control. And I'm gonna show y'all why. I'm gonna show y'all. Come on. What is this? There we go. Do the Ben 10. Oh. Oh, come on. Yeah. All right, here we go.
This is a picture. This is a live picture of the shots being fired. This is Allstar JR. This is Ben 10. I will tell you the truth. I did speak to when I spoke to Ben 10, and I didn't say this part, but he did acknowledge that he said he did get stood over, and he said the guy ran out of bullets. This is
Now remember he said that, right? Remember he said that.
Ben 10 told me the wildest thing. He said, he said, you my nigga. You know me, we was kicking it back there at the tour. He's like, yo, listen, that nigga making a bag off it. I'm gonna give you the real on everything. You know what I mean? All this lies this nigga doing, I'm gonna clear the end. I said, by the way, he showed me everything. I couldn't see a bullet. I couldn't see a bullet.
Now that's the first thing that was cap. Right? He said he showed him everything. He even showed him his chest. But he said after that, I couldn't see a bullet wound. I couldn't see nothing. It's like he didn't get shot. Keep that in mind.
Showed his chest, pause. Chilling, laughing, cracking jokes. You know what I mean? He's in good spirits. Like, yo, he said, act. See how niggas trying to like make some bread off of this? He's like, nigga, I'll make some bread too. What's up? He said, act. Let's line it up. He said, you my nigga, I'll do anything for you for free. But find a nigga that's down to drop the bag, nigga, I'll do an interview from the fucking hospital.
All right, now, like I said, remember he said that, right? And then we go back over here.
This is a picture. This is a live picture of the shots being fired. This is Allstar JR. This is Ben 10. I will tell you the truth. I did speak to when I spoke to Ben 10, and I didn't say this part, but he did acknowledge that he said he did get stood over, and he said the guy ran out of bullets.
Now, you know what that is? Ack knows that at first, he said that he couldn't see no bullets, right? Then he proceeded to say that he forgot to mention that what's the name basically admitted that he got stood over. Ben 10 did not admit that he got stood over. What happens is there's something called damage control in that industry, where when something happens, a certain group of people or whatever, they will pay bloggers, whoever it is, to basically run with a narrative, to push a different narrative, to go from whatever's being pushed. So, perfect example, if y'all remember, he was trashing Little Baby. He said Little Baby album is trash, Baby album is this, Baby album is that. Then he came out of nowhere and was like, you know what, Baby album is fire, it's this, it's that. Then when he got into it with Little Baby again, Ack finally admitted that the reason why he was saying that Little Baby album was fire was only because his team paid him a bag. Y'all remember that, right? So this is what he's doing with this situation, because clearly we found out that it was lies. He said he couldn't see a bullet wound or a bullet hole. Clearly we see the surveillance. Maybe they didn't think the surveillance was going to come out yet, but the surveillance showed that this man literally stood over him. Now, how he still survived, I have no idea. I ain't gonna lie. He either know voodoo, hoodoo, schmoodoo. He got, I don't know, 8 guardian angels sitting over him, but he better be lucky that man ran out of bullets. You see what I'm saying? He better be lucky that man ran out of bullets. Simple as that. Then he tried to lie, in which we already knew was a lie. He said that he wasn't paralyzed, he got grazed, whatever the case may be. We know that's a lie. We knew it was a lie because the man was doing everything in his power except for standing up. Right? Oh, Lord. The man was doing everything except standing up. Hold on, he can't. Right? Every time you turn around, he's going live. He said he's shooting below the belt. Folks ain't trying to. You got a point. You got a point there. I don't understand how the man took this many bullets and he's still alive. That's crazy. But like you said, the man aiming for legs, something. He didn't really want to catch that body. It can't be. The first thing he would have went for was the head, right? At least that's what I would have thought. Because that was a free body. Then this is another thing that nobody's paying attention to, right? When Act claimed that Ben 10 said that he was getting a haircut. How you was getting a haircut when fast forward he put a story up and then he was finally getting a haircut, which means that this happened after Act said he was getting a haircut. So something ain't adding up here, right? But like I said, Act is doing damage control. Hold on. Then he says, hold on. He said he spoke to Jay Prince Jr., right?
He hit me up.
Listen.
And he said, now you see what I said was the truth, Act. I said, come on, Act. See, y'all gotta figure this out and stop putting false narratives on my name.
Now keep in mind, nothing that Jay Prince Jr. said made whatever the truth, right? Nothing. In fact, he said he had nothing to do with it. The internet is cap. We see the video. After we see the video, we see this man in the background. While this man is getting jumped, he's sitting there smiling. To this day, none of them can tell us the relevance between Allstar JR, OG3, NBA Ben 10, and Dead Ain't Ron. What's the correlation they have except for Jay Prince Jr., right?
Find out the truth later, and you'll realize that some of the stuff you guys were saying were wrong, but the damage is already done. You want to know what's going on in the future, just hit me personally, bro. So I responded to him. I said, you know what? I think in this situation, you know, the narrative of you sending people to go get shot, this and third, that was definitely not true. Because the guys who were involved in
You hear what he said? That was definitely not true. Pay attention.
like the melee or the scuffle, they're saying that you didn't tell them to do nothing. And I said, well, you got to start clearing things up, because like a lot of times you don't clear anything up, you kind of become a villain. And he says, you got to realize that everything I'm supposed to be a villain behind, I had nothing to do with, nor was I around when the shit happened.
See what I'm saying? Y'all see the lies? He said anything I was accused of being a villain of, I was not around and I had no involvement with. How? He was accused of being a villain with the jeweler, Duke the jeweler. He was there. He was accused of being a villain between the situation that happened with Takeoff. He was there. We literally seen this man step over his body. And he's accused of being the villain in this situation, and clearly we seen him right there smiling in the background. You see what I'm saying? Now also, if you're not the villain, right? And even these guys are saying that, oh, first of all, of course, none of them want to seem like send-offs. They don't want to seem like crash outs. So you think they're going to admit and say, oh yeah, Jay Prince Jr. told us to go over there and do what we did to him. First of all, they'll be incriminating themselves. So you're not going to say that. Secondly, they're going to make themselves look like young crash out send-offs that they are. So they're not going to say that he told them that, right? But here's the question. If he didn't send them, what was the reason why they jumped on him and tried to take his jewelry? They're saying everything but that part. Keep in mind, if we're going based off what Jay Prince Jr. said, right? His words was this. I got there late. I went somewhere. I had surgery on my knee. I came there. This is why I was dressed like that. I came to the spot. They was already there. So if Allstar JR, Dead and Ron, OG3, and NBA Ben 10 was all there already, right, before he came, what made them jump on him suddenly when he came? Right? If he came afterwards and he had nothing to do with it, they was already there, they was all already functioning, everything was cool. Then why on the earth did they decide to jump on this man coincidentally once he come? Right? And see, this is why I don't like doing interviews with people. I don't care to get stories first. I don't care to ask questions. I don't care about none of that. Because I like to ask certain questions that I know people are not going to ask. And they're not going to want to answer anyway. When he told Act, yo, listen, I'm the villain, but I'm never around and I got nothing to do with it. The first thing I would have said was, how wasn't you around? We seen you in the background smiling and laughing. Right? We seen you in the background. And this is why going on social media is just retarded. Because these are street guys claiming to be street, but they get on social media and tell it all. His best bet was to not say anything at all, because the more you talk, the more you putting yourself in the hole. You can't say you had nothing to do with it when you sitting there in the background smiling and laughing. It's on camera.
You gotta meet me, bro. Just have a conversation with me. Basically, he said I gotta get to know him. It's kind of interesting, and I think he's kind of like probably summing up a lot of things in that message. You know, I think a lot of people blame him for the takeoff stuff. I think he's probably also hinting towards that, saying, hey, a lot of things they make me the villain for, they blame me for. I wasn't around. I had nothing to do with that. Say.
You heard what he said? All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's bring this up, because maybe he think we crazy. Maybe he think we him. Maybe he think we him. Let's see something real quick. Hold on. Maybe he think we him. Maybe he think we him. Let's put, look. Who this right here, y'all? When Takeoff lifeless body was on the floor, who was right here walking past it like it didn't matter? Right? Look, pay attention. Look at this. And it's all caught on camera. That's the part I don't get it. Look at this. Right? So when he says things like I'm never around in the situations that they try to make me a villain in, yes you are. Yes you are. Hold on, let me Duke the Jeweler, right? Let's go to Duke the Jeweler. Oh, keep in mind, right? The little kid, Cam, that was responsible, so they say, for shooting Takeoff, he has correlation with mob ties and J. Prince Jr. as well. Can't find your Cash App. It's Hookah Anonymous, bro, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Brent. Yo, listen, for y'all that always want to support and donate, whatever the case may be, you can always hit the Cash App. It's appreciated. For y'all that be sending the badges and everything, YouTube, they be weird. YouTube, you can send $5. YouTube gonna take $3.50. Right? So I don't know, but yeah, the Cash App is in the comments. Hookah Anonymous. He said he wasn't around when they started shooting though. Yes, he was. We just didn't see him when they were shooting. But remember why they say the argument started in the first place. Right? We forget why. I forget all that, right? Forget whether the shooting, forget all that. Why nobody asked, because remember, it was J. Prince Jr.'s other son's birthday. Why nobody asked why he didn't go to the bowling alley for his own birthday? Right? Why nobody asked those questions? Why didn't this man go to the bowling alley for his own birthday? Right? Come on. Now let's go to Duke the Jeweler. Hold on, my fault. And you know, look how crazy it is. When you go in the search bar, just go to the search bar. Duke the Jeweler, J. Prince Jr. I didn't even put that in the title yet. Come on. Anyway, let's get into it. Right there, side by side with this man. Right? Side by side with this man. So like Axe said, he says, when all the situations they try to make me a villain of, I'm never around. I got nothing to do with it, and I'm never around. So either he forgets that we have camera phones, or maybe he forget what dimension he's in. Social media don't exist no more, right? But we just showed you two of the situations that he claimed, because he's the villain of, he claims that he's never around. Duke the Jeweler, who lost his life in a weird way, but that's another story. Duke the Jeweler, and then you got J. Prince Jr. right by him, side by side. Right?
Play devil's advocate, I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. He said he didn't know this man. This man is sitting shoulder to shoulder with him. I don't know many millionaires that's gonna let some strangers just come up on them like that.
Oh, and I forgot that too. Hey, you forget, he said he didn't even know Duke the Jeweler. Y'all remember that? He said, I didn't even know Duke the Jeweler. So this is why you got to pay attention, right? First and foremost, nobody you don't know is going to be this close to you. I'm sorry. They was talking the whole night. The whole night, if you see the video, let me see if they still got the video up. But in the video, they was talking to each other. Duke, I'm assuming he figured, well, all these guys got money. He's not feeling like, yo, these guys are going to slime me out, right? He's not feeling like that. So he's like, yeah, I'm comfortable counting my money, but he don't know he's around sharks. Right? He's just comfortable. He's cool. He don't know he around sharks. And that's how they got him in there. Let me see if they got the video. Oh, look. Actual video.
Man, he winning all his money, but the dude kept looking to the side as if there was a boosie call or something. Like they always use that lingo when it's time to set somebody up. And I want y'all to know, this coming straight from Atlanta. At the end of the day, Duke the Jeweler, he should have never pulled out his money around all them people that
that's somebody just talking. Let me see. Brandy, hit me on Instagram. And we'll straighten it out. I appreciate you too. Let me see. I don't think they got the video. Point of the matter is this, y'all. And that's another thing. Boozy, look, remember, listen what Boozy said. This is what Boozy said, right? And like I said, we covered this story on live a long time ago when it first happened. Sometimes you're just not supposed to say anything at all, right?
Hey, the internet, y'all got us fucked all the way up. We met that dude, Duke the Jeweler, the night before. We was gambling. The next day, dude followed us to the concert. When we left out the concert, we under the garage. Dude went to his car by himself and walked down to the parking lot. That's when somebody tried to rob him and killed the dude. What the hell, my 19-year-old cousin gonna try to rob and kill somebody? Bro, we getting money, man. We getting fucking money. That ain't our stilo. As a boss, I ain't letting that go down like that, man.
So that's my thing as a boss, right? And this is what these guys love to go by. Oh, the boss this, the boss that. If you so much of a boss, right? The people that's around you is not going to let that go down because they know that if they do something to this man, being that they around each other, that's going to make you, the boss, do something to them. So they supposed to respect you enough that if you bring somebody around, nothing happens to him, right? That's like me right now. Jeff Bezos say, "Hey, Hookah, I want to come to your house," right? And I bring him to my neighborhood, and he get robbed. You know who's gonna have to suffer the consequences behind that? Me, because first of all, he's gonna feel like I did something to him. He's gonna feel like I'm the one that set him up, whether I did or not. He was in my care. I'm responsible for him. I take accountability for him. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you bring a man like Duke the Jeweler, who's a jeweler with all this money on him, all this jewelry on him, guess what? We got to make sure he's good. But these guys got a bad track record of having people around and things happen, but they don't be held accountable. Look at Takeoff. Takeoff, the whole Migos, they went to Houston. They was in the care of who? Right? The mob. You mean to tell me that somebody affiliated with these guys was able to do something to a whole celebrity like Takeoff and nobody stopped to think and said, well, damn, if I do something, maybe Jay Prince or Jay Prince Jr. or one of these guys, they might do something to me because he's in their care? That shows that they got no respect for you, right? Like I said, right now, if I invite any one of y'all to my hood and y'all hanging around me, and next you know somebody come and rob you, either one, you gonna feel like I'm the one responsible behind it, right? Or two, y'all gonna say, damn, how you let somebody do this to me, bro? How you let somebody rob me like this your hood? Clearly you're not good in your own hood, so why did I come here? But it's more to this story too. Let's see what he says.
This dude finna make me a piece.
Finna make me a piece.
So y'all need to kill that. That's bad low, man. Don't put us in nothing with no bad low. It's bad low, man. The shit bad low, man. Straight up, the shit bad low. Kill it.
All right, now, how we got here, right? The reason why, and this is, let me see if they got the video on here. How we got to that point was the reason why people was accusing Boosie, first and foremost, is because when he went on that plane and he decided to speak on the Duke the Jeweler situation, he was the first person that described what happened before anybody knew what happened. He said, oh, man, he was moving loose, man. He was walking to the car. We heard two people ran up on him and tried to do this. He didn't want to give it up. How you know all that? Right? How you know that this man was walking to his car, they wanted to get his chain, he wasn't getting, how do you know this? So that's why people didn't just start accusing Boosie for no reason. It's because Boosie jumped the gun. He was on the airplane and he was talking out of context. But once again, stop putting things on social media. It was fresh. Nobody knew what happened to Duke the Jeweler. Everybody trying to figure out. To this day, nobody have been caught for that body. To this day. To this day, nobody have been caught for the body of Duke the Jeweler. See what I'm saying? Now, I'm sure there was cameras. I'm sure there was people. Like, that's another thing. Where was his people at? Where was Duke the Jeweler's people? But I'm assuming he figured he was going out there on business. That's how you set the honey trap. Right? That's how you set that honey trap. Sweet. Yeah, come here, let's do business. Yeah, make me a pendant. Yeah, I need a chain. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, we got money. We all got money. I'm such and such. I don't want to say no names, but y'all know. Yeah, come on out here. Let's talk about this piece we about to do. Yeah, let's gamble. Yeah, he got at least 50 to 100,000 on him. I know he do. He a jeweler. Come on, man. I'm telling y'all right, exactly. He said Houston PD in pocket. We know that. But we're gonna get into something a little later about the feds too. Right? We're gonna get in that, but let's finish this.
With this thing with the All-Star JR person. Maybe even the jeweler person. And again, you know what?
And it's funny how Ack is naming all these situations too, right? Right? They say where there's smoke, there's fire. Ack ain't naming them situations for nothing. Everybody know.
I'm reserving my right to say, hey, maybe we have Jay Prince Jr. kind of pegged out unfairly. Because right now, I'm not going to lie.
See?
When I hear something negative happen and he's there, I kind of go to blame him. Right? And I think that's been the narrative. And kind of seen in this one particular situation where actual people involved are saying, bro, we had nothing to do with it. You kind of, at least for me, because I'm a fair person, I'm like, is that the same thing with all these other incidents?
No. So what y'all got to remember, right? Shout out to Ack. Shout out to Ack. Great at what he do, right? And I always say people forget that Ack put on this little facade, but Ack really went to college, right? Ack really know how to play wordsmith. He knows how to sway a narrative. He knows what he's doing. And shout out to him for it. He's good at it. But what he's saying in this situation is just straight damage control. However, nobody is going to sit there and tell you that they got sent off like that. Nobody. Right? Nobody. Who's going to say, yeah, Jay Prince, such and such told me to go rob him. It didn't go through and I got shot, now I'm paralyzed. Who's going to say that? See what I'm saying? Who's going to say that, bro? So of course they're not going to say, and Ack is smarter than that. Right? So nobody's going to say, yo, he made us do this because they already seen that people was calling them crash outs. But since that wasn't the reason, then what was the reason, Ack? I'm pretty sure Ack is smarter than this. Because once they would have said, no, that's not the reason, Hookah. Listen, everybody don't know what they talking about. That wasn't the reason. He didn't send us to do nothing. Okay, so what was the reason? Right? What was the reason, bucko? If that wasn't the reason, then what was the reason? So you mean to tell me after he told Ack, like, oh, no, that wasn't the reason, he didn't send us off, everybody's lying. He didn't say nothing after that? He didn't say the reason? Come on, man.
Like, yes, bad place, bad time, crazy coincidence, but Jay Prince Jr. isn't like fucking setting up these situations where people eventually lose their lives or people do some stupid shit.
All right, so let's get into the what's the name. Let's get into. Now here's the crazy part, right? Cause I groomed that boy on live, never got in trouble. I mean, act, act is act, man. Shout out to act. Um, I'm trying to look for a part. All right, so there's a couple things here. So here's what people got to understand when they talk about act agent for small hat. Here's what people got to understand about this situation here, right? So let's talk about this being feds, right? Because this is if y'all remember, before the Julio situation took place or whatever the case may be, right? Before them ATK guys got indicted and got pulled or whatever the case may be, if y'all remember, there was the feds that pulled up on the scene of Julio's death, right? Little Dirk, when was it? When they damn, which one? Oh, when they ran in his house, he claimed they ran into his gated community. They ran in his house. They claimed him and India was shooting, whatever the case may be. DJ Academics told us that the feds pulled up to the scene. Now, here's what we do know about the feds. The feds don't just pull up anywhere, right? When something happens in your local area, you have the local police, state, whatever, whatever the case may be. But the feds do not come to the scene. The feds are not just going to come to your little rinky-dink. You could kill somebody right now. The feds are not going to come, right? That's state business. How they say that? That's state business. Red Bean, what's up? Appreciate you for pulling up, bro. But that's state business. So the fact that they said that Allstar JR was picked up by the feds, something ain't right. Now, if y'all remember as well, it's been a running rumor for the longest that Mob Ties and Jay Prince himself has been in trouble when it comes to Texas and the feds. Not the local people, right? Because allegedly, they saying the locals may be in pocket. Right? The locals might be in pocket. Feds only pulling up if some Troy, come on now, chill. Let me cook. I'm trying to get to that, baby. I'm trying to get to that. So the point I'm trying to make is this: if the feds went and grabbed JR, first of all, that's another thing. He got caught for a firearm possession by a felon. The feds are not coming to get, let me tell you right now, the feds is not coming to pick you up for no goddamn felon in possession of a weapon. So, 9 times out of 10, when it comes to them targeting him, they know that he know more than whatever he's talking about. There's a possibility, I'm not saying this is what it is, he's picked up to offer information about what he knows about what happened with that situation because somebody is under Fed surveillance. Somebody's already under Fed investigation. See what I'm saying? Whether it's allegedly Mob Ties, whether it's allegedly NBA Ben 10, whether it's allegedly Dead and Ron, allegedly OG3, or allegedly Allstar JR. But it can't be Allstar JR because they're not going to come get him for a weapons possession charge. See what I'm saying? Especially in a situation to where this man right here defended himself. It's not like he was the aggressor at first, though. We're going to get into the rest of that later, but he wasn't the aggressor first. So at the end of the day, they're not going to come and pick this man up for a weapon possession charge, the feds, mind you. So here's what I think, and somebody already said it, shout out my boy Troy. At the end of the day, somebody's under Fed investigation. When you go back to Dirk, they was picked up by the feds. Look, hold on. Right?
Telling you this because this is what happened to Dirk. I'm telling you this. When you keep running around and committing crimes like you feel like you have some impunity. They felt that Dirk did that in Chicago. Remember when Dirk got caught with King Von and they were shot through a window at some nigga? The Chicago detective traveled to it.
Well, no. I wanted to get into that after this. Hold on. I'm trying to find a video where he said
I think Dirk pushes a line because it helps his career. But I do believe that there is police somewhere that's lurking or investigating him that are probably compiling all these things to use against him.
That's a fact. If y'all know anything about the feds, that's what they do. Just like who said that? Slimothy. He said the feds already been watching from his past incidents dealing with Jay Prince Jr. Facts. What they do is they keep compiling. This is why first of all, if y'all know anything about the feds don't just come and just, all right, well, this is what we have. Fight your case. You know, if this isn't what you did, you can let us know. No. The feds come very strict and straightforward. They come, yo, listen, let me tell you right now. We know you did this. We know you did that. Here's a little proof we got. We got more proof if you want to go to trial, but we're going to act like we don't because we want you to go to trial so we could cook you. But guess what? We're going to show you that we got a little something. If you still want to go to trial, cool. But here's the plea deal. You're going to take these 5 years. If you don't want to take it, go straight to trial, buddy. And if you blow, because we know you're going to blow, we're just going to double it. Simple. That's how they play. Right? That's how they play.
And you might say, why am I bringing this up now? I only bring this up because just to let y'all know, rat beef don't happen in a vacuum. You know, the number one suspect for Quando getting shot is going to be Dirk, whether he has nothing to do with it. Do I think he got something to do with it? I would hope no.
This isn't what I was looking for, but yeah. I had that video a long time ago. I don't know what we did, but basically it was the time when Dirk basically got into a shootout with India at the crib, and they said that the feds came. Once they said the feds came, we kind of already knew that Dirk was getting picked up by the feds. Simple as that. He knows. Anybody that ever been into anything with the feds or law enforcement, or if you got any knowledge of it, you know if the feds come to that scene, 9 times out of 10, you're under investigation, or somebody involved in that situation is under investigation. In this case, most people knew it was Dirk because what happened is it happened at his house, right? So it was looking like he was the person that was the victim. It was nobody else. They're not looking for India, right? So the fact that they went to his house, he had to. It's one of two things. He could have either been an informant, and that's why they came, because his life was in danger, or he's the subject of the investigation. One of two things. One of two things. You either working for them, and that's why they came, or you're the subject of their investigation, and they got to make sure nothing happened to you. He said feds want to play chess. Charging JR does nothing, but if he helps them, that's a fact. Because you got to remember, how are they going to charge somebody that was defending himself? And if y'all pay attention to the paperwork, once again, everybody keeps saying, oh, well, it's going to be attempted, because who said that? It's going to be attempted murder. Not necessarily. We don't know that yet. If he gets indicted, then that's something different. If new charges come, that's something different. But right now, that's not what it is. Right now, they told us, right? Verbatim, right here. Here you go. According to a criminal complaint, Jeremy Christopher Ford, also known as Allstar JR, is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. That don't sound serious to me, right? That don't sound serious to me. This man just shot 3 people and possibly made one lose his life. And not even possibly, he paralyzed somebody, right? And all they hit him with is being a felon in possession of a firearm. Now, here's why, right? What people don't understand is this. Whether he made diss songs or not, he had to be charged with something. He had to get brought in. You got to go through the process. They're not just going to say, oh, yeah, the shooting happened, but it was self-defense, so we're going to let him go. No. Even if it's self-defense, he got to come in and prove himself, right? Because 3 people were shot. He got to come in and at least go through the process, prove his innocence, and then he could go. The fact that they already know that he was being robbed, there you go. That's good. That's good within itself. He's already almost ahead of the game. But you still got to hire an attorney. You still got to prove your innocence. And still, the only crazy part about all this is the fact that the feds picked him up. That's it. That's the only craziest part about this. And that's the part I want to know. Everybody's worrying about Ben 10's legs, right? Everybody worrying about what JR is being charged with. No. I want to know why the feds came. Why is the feds on the scene? You gotta remember the guy in Texas that was getting robbed in the Mexican restaurant and shot the robber, but he stood over, bro, and they charged him. Oh, you right about that. So, all right, let me get into that too, right? So I mentioned this in the video. The only thing that might cook him is the fact that not only did he stand over him, because if you realize what they was doing in this, look what they was doing. Hold on. They made it very clear that people were running away from him. And not only were they running away, he came back, right? He came back and shot Ben 10 some more times. They made that very clear. Now, if a superseding indictment comes after this, I wouldn't be surprised for that reason, right? Because what happened is once they came and posed a threat to him, he got them away from him. That means they no longer posed a threat. So now what happened is once you kept shooting while there was no more threat, now that becomes an issue because you're shooting people who are defenseless. So you went from the victim to now a suspect. And I know this personally because I have a friend. He was a correctional officer, right? He was walking past doing count. He said one of the inmates threw, was it piss? It was either piss or feces. They threw it on him. Huh. If you know anything about Rikers, and y'all know, it get treacherous in Rikers. But he was walking past, and as he was walking past, they threw feces or piss on him. He said he lost it. He said so he waited till he came out, right? Because, you know, they get wrecked and all that. He waited till he came out. He said and he beat the crap out of him. Now, you know, he had to go to court, and he lost his job behind this. And this is why. They said it was okay when he was beating them, but the problem came when the guy became unconscious on the floor and they realized that the man kept beating him while he was unconscious. Now, he'd never been in trouble before. So he got 6 months probation, right? Or, well, no, he got a year probation. But the problem with that is if he had a record, they would have gave him a little bit of time. So, I don't know, man. You can't keep shooting after they don't pose a threat. Facts. Those domino pieces starting to fall against Malta. Let me tell you, it's been in the works. If y'all remember, hold on. Y'all remember, J. Prince Sr. been talking about this. He been claiming he been getting harassed. I mean, I said harassed. Harassed. J. Prince harassed Y'all remember this? When he said he was targeted by police, right? Right here. Oh no, not this one. Right here. This is in 2002. 22. Jay Prince says feds are harassing him over crimes he didn't commit. Right. Right. So all this is what I'm saying. This is the part that nobody's talking about. They say the feds was on the scene for Allstar JR, right? I mean, the feds picked him up. Flashback to 2022, Jay Prince Sr. says the feds are harassing him over crimes he didn't commit. Now, you know what's funny, right? Pay attention to this. Because I don't know if he's indirectly trying to say something when he says the feds are harassing him over crimes he didn't commit. Not his son, not we. He said crime, like, I don't know what y'all talking about over there. Whatever my son got going on is between him and whatever he got going on. But when it comes to me, stop harassing me over crimes I. Y'all see where I'm going with it? Stop harassing me over crimes I didn't commit. And if y'all remember, him and Jay Prince Jr. was going back and forth because at one point in time, y'all remember when he said, yo, listen, like they've been having their little clashes and whatever the case may be. Let me see if they still got it up. Jay Prince calls out Jay Prince Jr. Nah. If I remember, Jay Prince called out Jay Prince Jr. at a point in time and saying, like, he's pretty much just doing too much, right? Where's this? Let me see if see if they
It's
still
so
got
easy
this.
to become a podcaster with Riverside. You just need a concept and a way to record it.
Black people who
Now, I know a lot of people, they talk about Dogface, Dogface this, Dogface that, whatever the case may be. But one thing I could say about Dogface, if you pay attention, right, he be saying some real stuff, especially when it comes to this whole situation with Jay Prince. Pay attention.
raise their kids to ghetto, right? They don't shield their kids for anything. They want their kids to see the world for what it is because they think they make them stronger by showing them drugs, by showing them all the crazy that goes on in the community. They want them to see it because they know if I can see it, if I can teach them this at a young age, they know how to navigate their way around all the.
That's a fact. Source said Duke the Jeweler Takeoff, Whack 100 and a lot. That's a fact.
Crazy they're gonna be.
And you know what's funny, right? His name has been involved in other things that we don't hear about. See, we only hear about the stuff about celebrities. I don't know if y'all know, but this man has a long rap sheet when it comes to getting guys in trouble. And like I said, these are just things I hear, right? But from what I hear and what I'm told, this man has a long history of having people, I guess, crash out for him. And a lot of people are either not here no more or they're in jail because they listen to orders behind Mr. J. Prince Jr., allegedly.
To see, as he talked about the dichotomy, Junior is a trust fund
Oh, here you go.
baby. He's trying his
Look, listen to what this man said.
fund back to all the crazy because they want to see it, right? Jay Prince Jr. Jr. is a trust fund baby. He's trying his hardest to live up to the reputation of his father. And I'm trying to say this with as much respect and as I possibly can. I want to give Senior his props. I grew up listening to the first Ghetto Boys. This is my hip hop playlist, my hip hop legendary, the golden era of hip hop, right? I was more drawn towards the Ghetto Boys than I was to anything else coming up, right? Because I like how raw they were. My family originally from Alabama and Georgia, right? So I like how
unapologetic in how raw he was.
Right.
In the
I ain't gonna lie, I knew he was from the South somewhere. Dogface got one of those southern uncle on the grills, hot as hell. When you look at him, he's shiny as hell faces, right? I knew he wasn't just from Detroit. My fault, y'all. This is my first time seeing this, but when he said that, I said, Eureka. I knew he got one of them old uncle. He looked like his name Otis, and all he do is cook. On his off time, all he do is cook. That's what he looked like.
up north trying to hold it back. Jay
Michael, what's up, Michael?
is single-handedly tarnishing the reputation and tarnishing the image and tarnishing the legacy of everything that his father built because he's trying to be something that he is not. You're not a gangster. You grew up, you went to private school, you were born a millionaire. He probably came home from the hospital in a Rolls Royce, right? So when you look at who he is and the level of education that he really has, because he's no dummy, he's a super educated. When you look at the position he finds himself in, he finds himself in positions that even who grew up in the most destitute set of circumstances don't find themselves in that position. And it's because he's really green when it comes to the street. He doing it by trial and error, bro. He doing it by trial. Jay Prince Jr. is doing that who were born and raised in poverty no better than to do. Because
Let me tell y'all, when he said that, right? He said Jay Prince Jr. is doing things that people who was really, because remember, he's not from the streets, bro. I hate, like, and no disrespect to him, but he's not from the streets. Like he said, he was born a millionaire. But you know, what he's doing is no different than what T.I.'s son is doing, King. It sounds crazy, but here's the thing, right? These are the people who had it good their whole life. So when they come against people that try to tell them what to do, or when they in the streets, they feel like they could do or say whatever they want. No, listen. I know y'all probably gonna say, oh, how you gonna compare him to King? Understand, listen what I'm about to say, right? They don't understand, they had it good. They feel they could do whatever they want. This is why when you see King, all he wanna do is, even to his own parents, King will sit there and, oh, well, y'all. Anybody that'll do that to their own parents that provided a life for you where you don't got to do what they did, something's wrong with you. So you get this type of feeling where when it comes to laws, when it comes to anything that you're supposed to adhere to that the average person will, because they know better, you feel like you above that. Just think about King, right? This man was driving in a Pikachu onesie with a gun on the dashboard. The police told him, yo, listen, you got to step out of the car. He said, why? I don't have to. Right? He sat there again, got on his phone, called his lawyer after the cop told him numerous of times to get out the car. And then when he finally got put in handcuffs, he was still talking crap. His father had to come try to save him. He couldn't. But then he still didn't realize why he was in them cuffs. Now let me tell you the difference between somebody that's from the hood. Somebody that had to really grow up in that, you know what the first thing they gonna think? First of all, I'm not putting a gun on the dash. No matter how legit I am, I'm not putting a firearm on the dash. Right? Because I don't want to bring that energy towards me. But then two, when the cops say get out the car and I got a gun on the dash, I'm definitely gonna listen. That's the difference between somebody that's been a part of the streets opposed to somebody who never had to be a part of the streets but want to be a part of the streets.
because he's trying to be his old man, right? But he's going about it all the wrong way. That respect, he doesn't really understand respect.
See?
He's saying
Look, what I just say, y'all. And keep in mind, I never seen this before. What I just say. People who was born with a silver spoon, people who didn't have to really get in the trenches, I don't know what it is, because I see it because I got friends that grew up pretty good. It's something about respect where they feel like they don't have to give it to you unless you're on the same level as them. if that makes sense. Right? Unless you a millionaire too, and even with them sometimes, they're still like, well, I'm better than you, but unless you're a millionaire just like them or you got the same, they don't respect you. I don't know what it is, but they just don't.
It's like a talking point for him, like a politician now. Junior is a politician. He knows all the right things to say. But when he's put in a situation to where he has to live up to that, he has failed miserably every time. From the takeoff situation to the Duke the Jeweler situation.
See?
Right?
Yo, it's funny how everybody, when they refer to him, see, and this is how you know. Let me tell y'all right now. This is how you know something is coming. You know why? Too many people are saying the same thing. See what I'm saying? Too many people are saying the same thing. So if we're saying the same thing, what you think the Fed's doing? I tell people this all the time. If we're not even smart enough, but if we can see this with our own two eyes, what do y'all think the people that's getting paid to do this knows? Right? These people got salaries, they got kids to feed, they done went to all type of crazy school for all type of years just for this. So if we're able to detect this from social media, they got all type of resources to all type of cameras, technology, and what you think they're doing?
And now to this situation here, all epic fails. And there's been other smaller events that have taken place since Singleton gave him control of the reins. Now, can we control what our kids do? No. We raise them to the best of our ability, and we set them free, and we hope they make us proud. So I'm not blaming him, but in a sense, I am blaming him because he made that man the face of all things Rap-A-Lot, of all things Mob Ties, and he was not ready.
That's a fact. But you know what I always wonder, right? The brother that discovered Drake, I forget his name all the time, and that's a good thing. We forget his name because you barely hear it, right? You barely hear it, the other brother. And I think he's older. So I always wondered, why didn't he leave or whatever, everything to him? Why did they make Junior the face? The youngest, if I'm not mistaken, right? Why did they try, or did he just come and he put it on his back? And it's not that he gave it to him, it's just he took it and ran with it and he's seen the most. Because if y'all, let me tell y'all, here's the Mob Ties we know. The Mob Ties we know growing up, it was J. Prince Sr., right? J. Prince Sr. was like the boogeyman of hip hop. The only thing we heard was, yo, you heard J. Prince made that call. Yo, he got such chain back. Yo, we don't know what he said or what he did, but he said this was going to happen in 24 hours, and it happened. That's power. People don't understand the power of mystique, right? When you can say something and something happened and you don't see no force behind it, that's power. That's how the real mob move. J. Prince Jr. don't understand that. And that's the mystique that Mob Ties been famous for. But since he has been in the forefront, we have not stopped hearing about Mob Ties. You see what I'm saying? We have not stopped hearing. Yo, it seemed like every year we get at least one situation where Mob Ties is involved, and it's criminal. It's incriminating. Every year we get at least one situation where Mob Ties is involved, specifically J. Prince Jr., and it's criminal. Crazy.
And he's proven that he's not ready by all the different things he finds.
That's a fact. He said everyone blamed Birdman, never Slim. Slim in the cut. Facts. Most people don't even know about Slim. Right? Perfect example, Empire Records. Everybody think Ghazi is the founder. Ghazi got two other co-founders that nobody know about. But if you ask about Empire Records, the first thing they tell you, oh, Ghazi. It's three of them. Why we never seen the other two?
Junior, he should be suspended. He should be suspended from all things Mob Ties, all things Rap-A-Lot. He should be suspended because he's an embarrassment to his father. Right? He's an embarrassment. And I say that with as much respect as I can muster. When you look at, has he built on the legacy of the respect, right? It's J. Prince respect. Because he just knew not to play with Senior.
Facts.
Right? Then start playing with Senior in his name until he put his son in control.
Facts.
And turned him loose. And so most of the things that people question Senior about now, it all comes before that son.
Mm-hmm.
That son he has there is a bad seed, bro. And
you know what that is? He's like the kink in the armor. You see what I'm saying? You know how they say about the Knights, he's like the kink in the armor? You know how you got the armor, Teflon, and you know how you got the armor and everything, nothing can penetrate. Until you got that one little kink in the armor. Junior is the kink in the armor. Like he said, nobody played with Mob Ty's name. When you heard about Mob Ty, at least when I was growing up, when you heard about Mob Ties, it was like, whew, well, I tell you right now, you go to Houston, you better be careful. Right? Jay Prince Joint say that, you better be careful. Everybody know, well, I mean, Senior, he said this, you better be careful. That was the thing. Nowadays, it's like, man, listen, look who they got. Now, don't get me wrong. Do Junior got power? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. The problem is people keep saying he's using it for the wrong reasons. That's the thing. And in the midst of him using it, it's starting to backfire because every time he seemed to use it, allegedly, it's videotaped, it's recorded, it's on social media, it's for the world to see, it's sloppy. Right? So, I don't know.
he's trying to be something that he's not, and the whole world can see that he's not his father.
Mm.
But he kind of balanced it out because the other son, Jazz Prince, found Drake. So it's like,
Jazz Prince is not. Listen, Jazz. All the Prince boys are. They live in their truth.
Mm-hmm.
They're being themselves. They ain't trying to be extra gangster, right? They don't have to be. Nigga, I'm a millionaire.
Facts.
I was born a millionaire. I was born with access to everything that I wanted to do. I don't have to do all that.
but doesn't this go back to what we just said earlier? The women don't want the squirt. So do you feel like that plays a role in
He
the
can swear. Don't listen, because he had power.
Yeah, he do not like Jay Prince Jr., boy.
Influence, he can snap his fingers, make something happen. I don't mean that this snapping your fingers and being able to call a shot. I don't mean to disrespect you, bro.
Facts.
That's another misconception.
That's a fact.
Because a nigga got some money, it's pure. That equates automatically to being respected. No. When you look at how talk about Junior, even people who live in Houston, even people who live in Texas, the only people who talk about Junior in a positive, the only mature people who talk about him in a positive light are people who are afraid of him. They're not afraid of him. They're afraid of drawing the anger of his father. The only people...
You know, and for y'all that know anybody like that in the hood, you know how you always got that one kid that know he could do whatever he want because, all right, for y'all that's in the hood, y'all type one if you know you had a little rough growing up. Because you will understand exactly what I'm about to say, right? Type 1, if you grew up in the hood and you know whether you from, I don't care wherever you from, if you had a hood where you from, type 1. All right, so perfect example. Y'all already know. It's always that one person, right? Kid, especially a kid. It's always that one kid in the hood who know he got a big family, right? That's doing anything in the hood. He'll come up, he always starting with the older heads. He never got no respect. He always just doing what he want. And then the minute somebody contests him, you know what he say? I'm going to go tell my father. I'm going to go tell such and such. Because they know that their family or whoever is fair. They know that. That's a dangerous, well, it's pretty much called entitlement. But that's a dangerous, very dangerous trait to have. You grow up with no respect for people. Once again, we go back to King. Look how King talked to his own, I don't know if he still do it. Look at the difference between Major and King. Yo, you know what's funny? I found myself the other day watching the shorts on Major and seeing how he grew up. And it's because when I was a kid, he was like a baby. So to see how he's grown now and how mature he is opposed to King, that just goes to show the difference in characters and people. He had it good. He not trying to act like a tough guy. He like, man, listen, he just want to eat food all day. That's hold on. Let me see if they got the video upstairs. He just want to eat food all day. He don't want to be the gangster. King wants to be the gangster. None of other T.I.'s other kids want to be what King is trying to be. It's that one kink in the armor. It's always like that. The one kink in the armor. The one sour apple. King got the nerve to say he from the streets. Where? That man, the man got the, and you know how disrespectful or hurt that got to feel as a parent? To hear your child who you bust your tail for to provide a life, and then the man get online and say, man, I'm from the hood. Y'all didn't do nothing for me. What? What? Man, let me see if they got, what's the name? Oh, let me see if they still, it's when he had food. Damn, I don't think they got it. But this is pretty much him, y'all. The man is grown as hell now. All he want to do is eat food or, look.
You cooking that up in a suit, ain't you? You like Tariq from Power right now. Whip that thing, man. Whip that thing, man. Yeah.
See the difference?
And then y'all gonna go sell it on school campus, ain't you? Hey, Major, you what?
Look, he think it's funny. He clowning him because he go to a private school. He think it's funny. See that? See the difference? Right? What are you doing that for? He said, Major, what? Woodward Academy. Right? He think it's funny, but truthfully, it's jokes on you. Right? Jokes on you, bro. He think it's funny.
Man, your school got a badge?
See that? Your school got a badge. He think it's funny. Like, bro, you from the same parent. I don't want to. You from the same parent talk about your school got a badge. Are you silly? Now look, right? See the difference? Let me show y'all the difference. My fault. We're going to get back on JR. No. But this is younger J. Let's just say this is younger JR. Oh, Lord. Look at this. Let me show y'all the difference.
You need to step out of the vehicle.
Step out for what?
There's a firearm in this vehicle. You're already speeding. You don't have anything on you. I'm separating you from the firearm. All right. Are you going to get out of the car now?
Tell me why.
I already told you why.
You hear this? Tell me why. Keep in mind, I forgot. He didn't have I think no license. I forgot what it was. He didn't have, he could have, first of all, the cop could have been crazy. I ain't gonna lie. The cop could have been crazy. But the cop was very, very chill. I don't know if it's because of the car he was in. He might know that he might have some type of money or his pops or somebody got some type of money. But he was very chill with him. Whereas if this was where I'm from, nah. Nah.
There's a firearm in this vehicle. You're already speeding. You don't have anything on you. I'm separating you from the firearm. All right. Are you going to get out of the car now?
First of all, shout out to Detroit. Buzzing like my cousin. Hey, quiet as kept. Summer my chick. I like Summer. Shout out Summer.
I already told you what. Pennsylvania versus Mims. Are you getting out or not? Supreme Court case law. Are you getting out or not?
I don't know what that means.
All right.
So this make y'all feel tough.
Not the slightest. All it does is give me some paperwork.
All right,
Good. If you want to get out of the car.
all your paperwork. American Deli.
70-50.
Oh, this is not the whole one. Hold on. This ain't the whole one.
Hey, good evening. My name is Officer Lopez of the Gwinnett County Police Department.
Here you go.
On the over, you're doing over 70 miles an hour in a 45.
Now keep in mind, he was doing 70 in a 40, right? 70 something in a 45.
No. I got you. You got your driver's license on you? All right. Are you the registered owner of the vehicle? Okay. Do you have a photo or anything like that of your driver's license?
Yes.
All right, got you. All right. So, do you mind stepping out and we're going to talk right here real quick, back here?
About what?
You need to step out of the vehicle.
Step out for what?
So there's a firearm in this vehicle. You're already
See that?
speeding. You don't have anything on you. I'm separating you from the firearm. All right. Are you going to get out of the car now?
Tell me why.
I already told you why.
You see that? You see what I'm saying? When you grow up with that silver spoon and you feel like you above the law. This is a law enforcement officer telling you to step out the car because you have a firearm on your dash. First of all, what what is your firearm doing on the dash? Right? Perfect example when we said before, the difference between the guys from the hood and the difference from the guys that's not really from the hood but want to be from the hood. Anybody in their right mind know we not putting no gun on the dash for what? You drawing attention.
Pennsylvania versus Mims. Are you getting out or not? Supreme Court case law. Are you getting out or not?
I don't know what that is.
All right. You need to get out of the car.
You're not telling me
If you do not get out of the car, you'll be arrested for obstruction.
You're going to arrest me for obstruction?
Yes, if you do not get out of the car.
I don't know why. I don't feel safe.
All right, if you do not get out of the car, you'll be arrested for obstruction.
I don't feel safe.
If you do not get out of the car, you'll be arrested for
You're not
obstruction.
telling me a valid reason why I
That's a perfectly valid reason. Like, Google it.
You're not telling me a valid reason. Crazy.
Call my lawyer, man.
You have that right, but you're not even under arrest right now. You're still just detained.
Stay in my car.
No, you don't. Get out of the car.
I'm not getting. Look at this.
Hey, Quinn. So I'm pulled over right now, and they telling me I got to get out the car for what reason?
Because we're going to have a conversation back at the back of the
They
car.
want to have a conversation.
You need to get out of the car. Doesn't matter why.
I'm not getting out the car because you want to have a... No, I'm not getting out the car.
Look at his face.
All right. So
All right. So at this time, you are under arrest. You are not free to leave. You are under arrest.
I'm not under arrest.
You are under arrest.
He said I'm not. He tell a police officer I'm not under arrest.
Under arrest.
I'm under arrest for what? Hold on, my lawyer calling. Hey, so a police
Now watch what the lawyer, because whoever he called before wasn't his lawyer. Listen to what the lawyer tells him.
officer's right here telling me I have to step out my car. And I'm telling him I don't want to step out my car. He's telling me to step out the car to have a
I've already told you you're under arrest. You're under arrest at this point.
And he's trying to tell me since I didn't want to step out the car, I'm under arrest, bro. I'm under arrest.
But you are under arrest.
You hear what he said? He told him step out.
So you need to get out of your car right now.
Foolish.
Right.
So it make y'all feel tough.
Not the slightest. All it does is give me some paperwork.
All right,
All you have to do is get out of the car.
all your paperwork. You want me to get out my car to talk to me about what? There's nothing to talk about.
This is not your car. You're absolutely flying down the road at 70 miles an hour in a 45.
Never had a police tell me to step.
Now keep in mind he didn't have his license. He's not the owner of the car, and he was doing 70 in a 45.
I'm trying to ask simple questions.
Well, if there's a firearm within like 2 feet of both of our faces, yeah, I'm going to have
It's
you
in
step out
front
of the car.
of you. It's in front of you. What are you talking about?
I was talking about an open THC container in the center console. Oh. All right, who do you want to pick up the car and the gun? I got to be here in 30 minutes or less.
What happened at home with y'all? What y'all so upset?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. Shout out to ATL. They got some of the most lax police because ain't no way. I ain't gonna lie. A whole firearm on the dash, you not trying to get out, and they asking you repeatedly. Yeah. So y'all get the gist of what I was trying to say, man.
We'll look at Junior and what Junior has done and what he continues to do. And the only people who look at that shit with any respect or look up to him with any regard are people who are directly gaining something from being in some type of relationship with him. Everybody other than that, they don't want no parts of Junior, man. And as far as coming to Houston and having to check in, why would I come and check in when everybody checking in with these dying or getting up? They got the whole check in backwards. I take my chances with these in the street. If I'm a rapper, I take my chances.
Let me tell y'all remember Trick, right? And this is, shout out to Trick. Detroit legend, right? Yeah, Detroit. When Trick said they got to check in, one thing I could say, it goes back to what we were talking about before with Takeoff. When Trick said you had to check in, it was a difference. You checked in, but you was in good hands, right? And it was about respect. It wasn't about being scared. If you going to somebody's city, right? If you going to somebody's city or whatever the case may be, you know you want to be gangster, tough rapper, whatever. There's some real gangsters out there. You might want to tap in so you could be good. Y'all remember what happened to Biggie, right? Biggie went to the Bay Area, and this is a story that a lot of people don't even know. But E40, Biggie was about to lose his life. Somehow, some way, they called E40. They asked him like, yo, he good? E40 said, yeah, he good. Nah, that's Biggie. Don't worry, let him live. He good. See the importance of tapping in? It ain't about being scared. It could possibly save your life. If it wasn't for E40, we probably would have seen Biggie on RIP t-shirts before we seen it with Pop. I mean, not I said with Pop, my fault. The night he passed away. Pop came after, but that was a whole different situation. But if he never checked in or never got in contact with E40, Biggie probably wouldn't have lived as long as he did in the first place. So when they say check in and use trick with the no-fly zone, yeah. It wasn't about being scared, man. You got to check in with people that's really like that, because if not, you could be out there lacking and you could lose your life. Simple.
Because when you check in with somebody, it's not about being scared. It's about, it's a mafia code, right? When Lucky Luciano went to Chicago, he checked in. Where he made his presence known to Al Capone. When they went to Las Vegas, they checked in with the people who were running the Las Vegas Strip. When they went to LA, they checked in with them LA mobsters. When it came to Detroit, they checked in with the Detroit mobsters. That's not being afraid of somebody. That is,
showing
I'm
respect.
Responsible for you. You are made. Checking in is for made men. Checking in ain't for no ass driving no Honda Accord. Checking in is for made men. So if I come to your city and I'm a made and I have access to you, it's your responsibility to make sure don't nothing happen to me. And if something does, retribution is supposed to be swift and immediate.
Didn't I say that earlier? Before we even got to this point, didn't I say that earlier, y'all? If I check in with you, right, and I'm around you, and something happens to me while you are supposed to be, responsible for me because I'm checking in with you, it's supposed to be consequences, especially with people that call themselves the mob. Because the mob don't move like that. If you unalive a made guy in the mob without getting any type of okay from the big bosses, you lose your life. That's how it's supposed to go. See, everybody want to glorify the mob lifestyle, but they don't want to really live by the code. It just sound good, right? It just sound good. But at the end of the day, who's really upholding that code? Who? Because it's been 3 times so far. Well, I'm lying. 2 times. Because we know the Allstar JR situation, that was meant to happen. But it was 2 times between Duke the Jeweler and Takeoff. Especially Takeoff. Takeoff was a big face. Takeoff's a big face, right? So it was 2 times within those situations where something happened and a certain somebody was around and they were supposed to be in his care and they lost their life or, some went to jail, whatever the case may be.
It's actionable. It's severe. Why would you come to Houston and check in with Jay Prince? If I come to Houston, I'm going with Sauce Walker. That's who I'm going to TSF.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't going with Sauce Walker neither. I ain't going with Sauce Walker. Y'all remember what happened to Big Dude? What's his name? I forgot his name. The rapper with the 2 braids. His mother came out and was saying that Sauce Walker may been behind whatever happened to him. Y'all remember that? See what I'm saying? The man moms came out and said, yo, listen, something ain't right here. She felt like they were jealous of her son. Why would a mother say that to friends of her son if they were really friends? Something wasn't right with that whole situation.
Because I know them niggas on step. Look what happened to the motherfucker from Memphis. What's his name is? Peso? No, not Peso. Other motherfucker. Sauce, from Memphis.
Yeah.
Who got killed? What's his name?
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I was just saying that.
Oh, the aftermath of what happened to him and Sauce Walker getting shot?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I come to Houston, right, and that's not to say that I respect Senior. Hey, Senior, there is no way. What we all know is this. You think Young Boy was scratching his head. When that shit hit the wire, and do you think, raise your hand if you think that Jay Prince Sr. did not cuss his son out. Because again and again and again and again, you making me have to use my political contacts and connections. I'm exhausting all of my favors, trying to save you from yourself. This you doing, you ain't gotta even be doing. I blessed you into made man status. You did not earn it. You did not earn it. I blessed you in. People respect you because they respect me. You moving and grooving around this, like, respect you. You have done nothing. He need to sit that down, bro. I can cuss and fuss and all day, but there's no need to do that because the whole world is looking at this. We in Texas right now. I don't give what part of Texas you from. You can be from Aberdeen to Port Arthur. This here is a mess. It's a mess.
And this is why the feds is on the case. You see what I'm saying? And y'all gotta remember everything that's been happening, and being that they keep mentioning these guys, Takeoff, Duke the Jeweler, and now this case, it's a mess. It's literally a mess. And everything is being done uncalculated. And it's being put on social media. This is why crimes these days, you can't do crime because it just don't make sense. It's too much cameras around. The first situation with Duke the Jeweler. First and foremost, the man came out and said, I don't even know Duke the Jeweler. How? You're right there gambling with him. You're talking to him. The man got money in his hand. Y'all talking. It's too much going on. So people caught it. So maybe if this was back in the days and there was no cameras, you could say that. But he was caught in one lie with that situation, right? He said he didn't know him. Clearly he knows him. Boozy, I don't know what Boozy got going on, but Boozy came out of nowhere when nobody even asked him. Nobody even asked him. He told us exactly what happened when nobody knew. And then got to get back. He got the nerve to get online and say, yo, y'all got to stop that trying to pin me to. Nobody trying to pin you to nothing. You offered information. You offered yourself out there. You offered information that wasn't needed. Why? You see what I'm saying? Fast forward now to Takeoff. He said he had nothing to do with that. Maybe not. What we did see, though, was him on the scene once again. And then we come to find out that the young boy, which was 16 years old, Cam, he's affiliated with these guys. Then we see him walking over Takeoff body like he don't care. See what I'm saying? Then we find out what the argument was really over with Quavo and such and such. And then now with this situation with Allstar JR, he said he has nothing to do with it. But we see him in the background smiling and laughing while everything was taking place. So it's like, everything is sloppy. And one of the reasons is because we're in the age of social media, y'all. It just is what it is. You can't do nothing without expecting that somebody's going to catch it. We don't know who, but somebody's going to catch you doing something. They got Ring cameras. You see what they're saying about the Ring cameras now, right? The police now got access to the Ring cameras. So remember back before, they used to have to subpoena them and get them, and then, they got to go through a process of getting them, and then you got to allow them. They don't have to do that no more. They don't have to do that no more. Now, if you have a Ring camera by law and something happened in your area, they can go and grab the data from your Ring camera and use it as evidence. With the Patrick Ewing knee braces. Hold on, let's go to the video real quick. Let's see if they gotta have it up. Let's see. Look at this. Let me see if they got a clear one. Let's see if they got a clear one. I got the one with a man facing it. You could clearly see. Oh. Damn, all these is oh, here you go. Right here.
So this was the guy that allegedly, according to the story, Jay Prince Jr. tells Ben 10.
Look, right here. Who's this? Smiling and laughing. Right? Who's this smiling? What are you smiling at? You see what I'm saying? You in the background smiling and laughing, having a good old time. Hold on. Let's smiling and laughing. He said fresh out of PT. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at his face, y'all. This is the same man that's going to say the internet is cap. I don't even know what they talking about. I wasn't even there. The man got to go down as the worst liar in history. I ain't going to lie. Who said that? Slimothy. It's a fact. He got to go down. There's no way in hell he get away with this damn type of liartry. How he get away with this liartry is preposterous. Y'all remember Raven back in the days? That's so Raven. It's preposterous. It's no way in hell. The man said, I wasn't even there. You know how they try to talk so damn smooth? And then, they try to say I was there, and I wasn't there. Mobbing.
Go snatch his
Look at
chain.
this.
They're in the
Look at
same
him.
place eating. I think the place is called Confessions or something.
Look at him.
He says go snatch that nigga chain, and the nigga was looking a little icy. But
Look at
here's
him.
the problem. And I was saying his name wrong. It's not Allstar Jr. It's Allstar Jr.
Look at this.
Jr. So apparently Allstar Jr. his baby mama is with J Prince Jr.
Look at
and
this.
J Prince Jr. been flexing on him. So basically, it's been going back and forth. Listen, unfortunately, niggas lose their lives. Niggas go to jail, usually over a girl. They try to...
Keep in mind, all of this is crazy that he tried to make it seem like nobody knows what's going on. At the end of the day, all this is well documented. To this day, we keep asking. So if J Prince Jr. didn't send these guys to do what they was doing, right? Why did they do it? That's the $1 million question. So if J Prince Jr. didn't send these guys to do what they did, then why did they do it? You see what I'm saying? Chopper, what's up? Appreciate you for pulling up, bro. And he's in the background smiling. I wonder what did he do when the shot started going off? His leg ain't hurt that damn much. He got his ass out of Dodge, right? His leg wasn't hurting that much. Clearly. And you know what's funny, right? We can sit there and laugh about this, and these guys can act all type of tough. But the reality of it is, right? When that man was shot, nobody was in sight. Like if he would have checked out, he literally would have checked by himself. He wouldn't understand that though, because y'all see he's in the hospital. First of all, he's in the hospital still talking crazy. I never even seen nothing like that. But he's in the hospital talking crazy. I don't think he realized that he was literally left to die. Like when you really think about it, right? You was literally left there to die by yourself. To the point to where if this man didn't run out of bullets, he wouldn't be here right now. That's the harsh reality of this whole situation. If the man didn't run out of bullets, he would probably not be here right now. And Ron, 3, and Junior, nowhere to be found. Shout out to OG3 though. You know why? Look at this right here. Let me show y'all. And they say it's his mother. I thought it was his girlfriend. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all right now. And I see a lot of people putting this in their videos. We was the first one to put it in there because like I said, we seen it. We put it in there, right? Nobody was talking about this. Pay attention. See this right here? Y'all see her? Shout out to her. This lady right here, I thought it was his girlfriend. People are saying that's not his girlfriend. People are saying that's his mom's. Whoever this is right here, get you a her. She's probably the reason right now that he is either still here or didn't get shot, period. You see what I'm saying? She's the sole reason, because everybody trying to say OG3 ran. No, he didn't run. He was partaking in the stupidness too. He was in it. He was with it. It took her, a woman, to say, what are you doing? And grabbed him out of there. And she's possibly the one that either saved his life or saved him from getting shot too. Look. Pulled him right out of there. Pulled him right out of there. Shout out to her. There's not too many like that. But I could tell you right now, he was in the forefront. So if Ben 10 got shot and Ron got shot, what you think he would have got? He was in the forefront. Look, she pulled him from the front.
So This was the guy.
Look at this. He was in the front. He was on him. Look.
Prince Jr. tells Ben 10, go snatch his.
And you know what she did? She held him there. And that's another thing. Yeah, but that just goes to show you these kids these days, man. This man is in a whole hospital still trying to prove a point. You got shot. You a victim. You can never prove a point. How you in the hospital still talking crazy? This generation is insane. This generation is insane. But then again, when you start looking at the logistics of things, right? You see him, you see who he following, right? If you realize he try to talk like young boy, he act like young boy, he move like. All right, here's the part. Let's get into something different, right? Let's get into a part of this situation that don't make sense neither, right? And this is why I told y'all that academics is doing damage control. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Hold on. I'm looking for when he said that he heard that Allstar JR got knocked out 4 times. Oh, here you go.
I'm going to say this one last
All right. Now, listen to this story, y'all. And I want y'all to see how foolish this sounds. Shout out to Ack, my boy. But this don't make sense. And this is when I knew at this point he's doing damage control. Pay attention.
Everything else I believe for Ben 10 to say. This is what they said. So they saying, so Jay Prince Jr. comes off the elevator, right? He late as fuck. He sees All-Star JR. And I'm going to keep it a beat. They said Ben 10 was on bad timing. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, apparently they went to some other spot. They said 10 was just, it was just one of them days. He itching to just get on niggas' ass type shit. You feel me?
And you see that behavior, right? You see where that behavior got him? Sat his ass down, literally. For all y'all tough guys out there, this is, and I hope I got a couple of y'all tough Tonys on here so y'all can hear this too. You hear what he said? He was itching that day. He just wanted, you know why? Because he was getting away with it too much. Them fake tough guys where they just want to do things just because, don't worry. God got a weird way of showing you. You see what I'm saying? God got a weird way of slowing you down, and he got slowed down literally. To the point to where they said that man don't got no feeling in his legs. So how you gonna step now? He can't say he the biggest stepper ever. So let me tell you, you know what? I'll go to the hospital and just start stomping. And just start stomping. You ain't gotta say nothing. And let me tell y'all, the reason why, and y'all probably like, oh, Hookah, you ain't got no sympathy. Hookah, you did, this could be you. Let me tell y'all, I don't respect any of this stuff that these young guys are doing, man. Because it's sad and it's misleading. You see what I'm saying? It's misleading, bro. These kids, they don't want to get money. They don't want to get fly. They don't care about having girls. They don't care about none of that. They want to be tough. They want to be gangsters. You go to this man's Instagram right now, the last almost 10 pictures got nothing but full of guns. Where were them guns at, April 8th? This is why I don't be believing them either. All them guns on your page. Where the hell was every last one of them guns when you needed it, bucko? You see what I'm saying? Hold on, let me show y'all. Before we even continue, let me show you something. This is why you never believe none of these guys when they be making their eyes wide as hell when they talking. Oh, Lord. Let me show y'all something. The hell is this? Here you go. Look at this. See this? Y'all see this, right? See all that? See this? See this? Right? Hold on. See this? You probably can't see it, but over here, see that? Right? Let's go down some more. Well, see this? Right? You can't see it in the background. This picture, they got a weapon there too, right? He deleted a lot of other pictures. Oh, okay. See what happens when they sit you down for a little bit. Sometimes you come to your senses. Sometimes when you sit down for a bit, when you get the static in your leg, let me tell you, his legs is gonna feel like how your legs feel every time you go to the bathroom and you got a number 2 for the. You know when you sit down for too long, he permanently got static legs. Oh man, hey, listen! Shout out to him. This is for all y'all out there. Once again, the tough guys, the young boys out there. When y'all think that this is sweet, y'all think this is the end result. This is the end result. When you want to be tough. Imagine getting paralyzed, right, or getting spaghetti legs because you thought. Remember boy legs from Don't Be a Menace? Hold on. What is it? Hold on. Hold on. Let me show you something. Where my boy at? Hold on. I want y'all to think of this man right here. Every time y'all think y'all want to be tough to somebody. Yeah. Oh man, let me tell y'all, man. Let me tell y'all. So he said, it's funny, right? Y'all gonna get y'all time. I lost movement and right, and I don't. All right. Well, listen, Jake said, let me tell you right now, right? This ain't for you. All right. This don't pertain to you, and I don't find none of it funny when it comes to people that's But when it comes, I'm gonna tell you right now, for anybody that know me or you been on this live, I don't care about any street guy, any tough guy. You get no sympathy for me. I'm gonna let you know right now. When you a street person and street things happen to you, you get no love. Simple as that. This what you sign up for. That's just me. It's always been me. You can't tell me you gonna rap, you gonna talk all day, you wanna rap about being a reaper. When I catch you, I'ma spin your block, hit you with the hit the hit. You can't tell me you rapping all that, then when some street happen to you, you expect me to have some type of sympathy for you. I'm sorry. Like, and this ain't for you. Like I said, this ain't for you. But when it comes to this boy Ben, Mr. Crazy, yeah. Mr. Spaghetti. This is and like I said, man, hopefully this is a lesson. Clearly he didn't learn his lesson because he's still over there trolling in the hospital, which is crazy. So he didn't learn his lesson. But at the end of the day, y'all, for y'all kids out there, some of y'all, even adults, some of y'all adults be out here wilding. Y'all think y'all tough. Just understand, every time you think you tough, there's somebody tougher. You feel what I'm saying? Every time you think it get like that, just know that it can really get like that with somebody else. He's still dreaming about Walker J. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. This look like him too. He be on that hospital bed with his little drink. He got his drink. He always laughing, smiling. Underneath them covers, this is what them legs look like. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta chill, boy. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I gotta chill. I gotta chill. But all jokes aside, man, for y'all out there that think y'all this lifestyle is for y'all, please. And to make it even crazier, I will never go outside like that about another man's girl. I wouldn't even go outside like that about mine. Imagine somebody else's. I wouldn't go outside like that for somebody else. Right? So, like I said, man, shout out to ain't no way, boy. Ain't no ain't no way. Nah, anyway. Oh, and keep in mind, for y'all that want to feel sorry, for y'all that want to, this is the guy we're talking about right here. Hold on. All right, they're not going to let me. This is the guy we're talking about, right? This right here. This is the guy we're talking about. So, please, right? Like, please. All that sympathy stuff, it goes out the window. It goes out the window, I'm sorry. Because just think about it, right? From what they rap about and what they claim they did, just understand that there's people that's not here no more because of these guys. How about that? Right? When you want to feel sorry for these guys, these same guys that say they got all type of hats, bodies, they got all type of this and that, just understand that there's somebody's child that's not here right now because of this same man, allegedly. I mean, according to him, his music and whatever, there's somebody's child that's not here right now. So he's lucky he's here. And this is no way or shape or form making fun of people, disabled, none of that. Come on, let's be real. Right? But when it comes to this man, no sympathy. It just is what it is, bro. And even if it, not just him, anybody. We say this about anybody. If this happened to Allstar JR and he was on the opposite end of the stick, I would say the same thing. I would say the same exact thing, bro. I don't care who it was. If you trying to rob somebody, that's another thing. See, it's just like Bloodhound Jeff, right? Bloodhound Jeff went on a drill and got killed on the drill. Who the hell is going to have sympathy for him? You see what I'm saying? How do you have sympathy for somebody that was out trying to catch a body and he got his body caught trying to catch a body? Come on, make it make sense. Y'all crazy. Y'all, I don't understand. Like I said, maybe I grew up in a different time. But when I grew up, we got no sympathy for the gangsters when gangster stuff happened. Simple as that. Anyway, let's get back to it, man. Here we go. Listen.
3 is like, yo, bro, it's my birthday, nigga. Chill. We got our family in here, your daughter here, my mama here. Chill.
Now, understand what he just said, too. That shows you how much respect this man got for him. This is exactly what we were talking about earlier, right? He said, yo, it's my birthday, my mother in here, my daughter's in here. Let me say that again. Per academics, OG3 told him that he was telling Benton to chill. I got my mother in here, I got my daughter in here. You know what he said? I don't care. Taking his chain is more important. Robbing him is more important. Like this is the ideology we up against. So when y'all be feeling sorry, just understand there's no sympathy.
It is on bad timing, all right?
They think it's cool. You hear that? Bad timing.
Cool. Like, they kind of see this nigga, but they don't really know whatever. When Jay Prince Jr. come on, like, he see the nigga, and I think they might have had some words, but now it's a little tense. 10 been on bad timing the whole day, bro. So basically, 10 of them get on JR. I'm here.
Now listen. Notice how he's explaining the story and still haven't told us the reason why they've been in that place with Allstar JR the whole time, but only decided to attack him when Jay Prince Jr. came in. Have y'all noticed that? Listen. Hold on, let me see if I go back.
10 of them get on JR. But basically, been on bad timing the whole day, bro. So basically, 10 of them get on JR. I'm here. Get on JR's ass. Now, from what I'm hearing, they did a confiscation.
No, hold on.
Some words, he see the nigga, and I think they might have come on, or whatever. When Jay Prince Jr. come on, like, he see the nigga, and I think they might have had some words, but now it's a little tense. 10 been on bad timing the whole day, bro. So basically, 10 of them get on JR. I'm here. Get on JR's ass. Now, from what I'm hearing, they did a confiscation. It was like, all right, let's get this. We got this. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, let's relieve you. You know what I mean? Cuban is ours. You feel me? Like, that's what I'm hearing. Now, this is the part that I don't know about.
Now, the story's not making sense, right? Because they claim they knocked him out and then took his jewelry. But in the video we seen, he still had his jewelry on as they were trying to take it from him. So did they knock him out and then take it? Did they take it, then knock him out?
They say, yo, we knocked the nigga out like 4 times.
They not. The fact that they was counting is crazy. Who says, yo, we knocked him out 4? How you knock somebody out 4 times, he still get up and start shooting? What? Now, hold up.
Now, You feel me? Like, that's what I'm hearing. Now, this is the part that I don't know about. They say, yo, we knocked the nigga out like 4 times. They said on the 4th time, this is crazy. They said
What?
we had to wake the nigga up. Now, I don't know if this is believable. They said we had to wake the nigga up. Imagine.
What?
They said they woke the nigga up from being knocked out. And they said, I ain't gonna lie, I swear. Well, that's what they said. They said, the 4th time after he been knocked out, like, because it was, they just kept, they said, we don't know how this nigga found that strength, but the nigga was just moving. And
I bet you they wish they would have never woke his ass up. I bet you they wish they would have never woke his ass up. Right? If they would have never woke him up, he would still have his legs, bucko. If they would have never woke him up, Ron would still have his finger. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. They, hold up, wait. All right. I bet you they wish they never woke his ass up. You mean to tell me, right? So they knocked him out 4 times and woke him up each time to knock him back out. And then woke him up again to knock him back out. Wait, hold on. Yo, something ain't making sense, man. Knocked him out, that's once. Woke him up. After waking him up, they knocked him out again. He woke up. After knocking him out again, he woke up. After knocking him out this time, he woke up. But the 4th time they woke him up, he got up shooting. What? Like, first of all, who knocks somebody out to wake him up? And then knock him out again and wake up? Who does that? At what point was he able to get knocked out and just wake up and get a firearm? Something's not making sense. He said, Allstar Drew, not a morning. Yo, that got it. I ain't gonna. Hold on, damn, I can't even pin that comment. I can't even pin it. He said, Allstar Drew, not a morning person I see. Hell no. He keep going right back to bed, bucko.
And all of a sudden, I guess somebody dropped some, blah, blah, blah. And that's when that happened. But I think they thought that, yo, we done knocked him out, robbed him, did whatever. Like, this nigga's weak as, but they said that nigga woke up with like a demon in him, yo, and just grabbed whatever and, you know, da-da-da-da. And
Yo, let me tell y'all, if you know anything about like body language, right? You know Ack is making this up. If you know anything about body language and movements, just pay attention to Ack and how he's talking. Right? It's no different than when he was talking the last time when he said he spoke to J. Prince Jr. It's no different the last time when he said he first spoke to Ben 10 and he seemed like he was full of life. He said he was full of life. I didn't see a bullet hole in him. What? Ack, what are you talking about? What?
But they're saying that.
Look at his face. If you know anything about body language, you know this man is making this up on a whim. Shout out to Ack too. But like I said, what Ack is doing right now is damage control. I don't blame him. He getting to the bag. They know he's a strong blogger. They know that he has a big influence. He has a big following. So he probably got paid to do exactly what he's doing, allegedly. And for anybody to say, oh, that's a conspiracy theory, oh, how you think they don't pay bloggers? Yes, they do. They pay bloggers, they pay radio stations, they pay a lot of people to push a narrative. Ack is the same one that admitted to the world, even after he said that he don't take money to sway narratives or anything, he admitted that he took money from Baby's Camp, right? To say that his album was decent instead of bashing it. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Before we finish that video, hold on. Just so, you know, we can understand. Hold on. Right? Just so we can understand what's going on here. Look, here we go.
team paid me $30,000 to keep quiet about your motherfucking album, my nigga.
See?
And I sat there and I realized, I said, well, if you pay me $30,000, there ain't no way you send that nigga to come swing on me. Why would you do that? Don't make no sense. $30,000 you could pay for a hit. Why the fuck would you send a nigga to come swing on me for pennies and to clean your balls in your drawers and then pay me $30,000? And nigga, I got the receipts, nigga. I posted just, nigga. Y'all paid me.
Listen.
And I dare nigga, I will show anything because I'll give it back to the companies that gave it to me, my nigga. But nigga, that was some nigga.
Now, this is when, if y'all remember, that kid that was supposed to be affiliated with Little Baby, he called himself swinging on Act and trying to hit Act. Y'all remember that? So this is when Act went online and told the world, yo, listen, all right, well, he want to play them games. Well, this is the same guy that paid me to basically say that his album was good. They paid me $30,000, right? So now that you know that Act is acceptable to taking payments to doing certain things. And something like this is easy for him, right? He already has a big platform. All he has to do is get on there. He don't even have to say nothing, really. Well, you have to say, oh, well, listen, I spoke to JR. JR says more to it. I spoke to Ben 10. Ben 10 is fine. And Ben 10 isn't in the hospital like y'all think. Matter of fact, he is in the hospital, but he's not. He's good. Don't worry about it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Pay him $20,000, $30,000, however much you want to pay him. It's called damage control for y'all that don't know. That's all. A lot of people in the industry do it, though. Whenever you see something come out about your favorite artist and the next you know, you just stop seeing it, or you start seeing a sudden flush of people going against it or whatever in the favor of the artist, they pay for damage control. And that's what it's seen. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying that this is what Act is doing, right? Because we got to be, political. But it seems like that's what he's doing. So let's go back to what he's saying. Now that you know that, let's hear what you got to say.
The confiscation already happened. Because the way they would tell me was like, they was keeping it real. They were like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. They did too much to that nigga. Like, yo, we already took the shit. Like, you know what I mean? We just give it BTA. You know what I mean? Just applying a little bit of belt. But that one time he woke up, the nigga woke up like he was on some peptides, bro. Like,
see, but once again, none of that makes sense, right? Who knocked somebody out 4 times? Wake them up. Like, first of all, they claim they got the jury already, right? After they knocked him out. And which I wouldn't put that past them because they do have his jury. If you look at the pictures, right? Look at the pictures. Hold on. What's that picture? Here you go. Excuse me. If you look at the pictures, he don't got his jewelry on. Right? So they took his jewelry. We know that for a fact. His jewelry was in fact took. Watch. We usually see him with a bracelet, a watch, a chain. He usually have on 2, 3 chains at a time. So they took it. So at what point was they going to stop beating on him? Let's say he woke up the 4th time and didn't get a weapon. What, they was going to knock him out for a 5th time and wake him up? Like, how many times was they going to wake him up and beat him and keep beating him until he knocks out? Like, what was the motive here? I'm lost. At what point was they going to say, all right, let's stop knocking him out, guys? We done knocked him out 4 times. How many times are we going to knock him out? Something's not making sense. And when it comes to the firearm, right, everybody keeps saying he's lacking. He didn't have a firearm on him. How can he have all that jewelry? He's in Houston. Like, what's going on? Well, common sense will tell you, nobody's going to own up to that gun. He's a convicted felon. He's not going to say it was his. Why would he say that? Right? And this is how you know just certain people just never been through nothing. Because when I was in the comments on some of these posts on Instagram, I see people saying the most wildest stuff. And it's like, how don't you know this? You going to sit there and say, oh, he was lacking. He didn't have a firearm on him. He picked it up. He said he picked it up. Of course he did. What is he going to say? Yeah, I walked into the place with my gun on me. What? I'm a whole convicted felon, right? Prior convicted felon, but I walked into this spot with my gun on me. No. And if you realize, Ben 10 isn't saying that it was his firearm neither. Nobody's owning up to it because these are convicted felons, y'all. So it could have been Ben 10's. He could have got it taken from him. It could have fell from him. It could have fell from someone else. Or it could have been JR's. Nobody's going to own up to that firearm, bro. His pocket's kind of swollen, though. He might have stashed it right quick. Nah, he didn't do that. He admitted that they took his jewelry in that post. Remember the post he put up? Let me see if I can find it. Where? I got the picture somewhere in here, but y'all remember so in the picture he put up in that first post, he basically spoke about addressed everything. He said Ben 10 took my the homie Ben 10. I gave my homie Ben 10 my jewelry. He took it to the hospital with him, whatever the case may be. So he admitted that, I lost my jewelry, yeah. And even in the article says that they got the chain and the watch from him. They did get it from him. They robbed him, and that's the thing. You see people in the comments say, oh, he got robbed though. Okay, he got robbed. But at what cost? Right? At what cost? Because now this man's legs, they say, aren't working. JR lost a chain, went to Detroit and got another chain. You could get another chain. You can't get another pair of legs, bucko. I mean, you can, but y'all know. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you can go get another pair of them legs, but they're not going to feel the same. They're not yours. Y'all took this man's chain, which I'm pretty sure if he's smart, it was insured. And I think he is because when we seen him go back to Detroit, he had the same chain on. So it looks like he said he could walk into another jewelry. Y'all are crazy. He said he could walk into another jewelry store. Ain't that about the truth? See what I'm saying? And that's a fact. He can go to another jewelry store. That's easy. I'm pretty sure he happy. Like, yo, y'all, so wait, that's all y'all wanted to do? Y'all just wanted to rob me? I get money. Why would I care about y'all robbing me? But I'm pretty sure y'all going to feel it more than I am. Every day they wake up, they're going to have to think about that situation that happened on April 8th. See what I'm saying? Every day them people wake up, their lives are affected by what happened on April 8th. Look at the pic by the elevator, his pocket bulging. That probably was the firearm. Or some money. Yeah, look like it was probably some money. Yeah, because, I didn't even realize. They got him with the gun in his hand. It's crazy. I've been seeing this picture all day. I didn't even notice this. He had it in his hand. I didn't even notice that. But that's probably some money. Drills on wheels is crazy. That'd be fire though, actually. Shout out to Self-Made Cash. Shout out to Self-Made Cash, man. Damn, you took it back. I used to listen to Self-Made Cash on the road. If you know, you know. Right? But he another one. Well, he didn't lose his due to no gangster stuff though, right? I don't think so. I think he got into a car accident or something like that. But yeah, so like I said, the story don't make sense, y'all. I don't know what narrative they trying to paint, and what's the things that they trying to say as far as I don't know. It just don't make sense. He left with his life worth more than some jewelry. Facts. You can always buy jewelry. You can't buy another life. He's a Ben 10, the only person I know that's trying to make. That's a fact. He the only one I know that, like, but that's the ideology of these kids, man. They think anything is cool. They think anything is cool. He gonna talk about, oh, I've been through this. We warriors. This is what we supposed to go through. It's funny, right? You gonna say that now because the shoe is on the foot that you're wearing. I mean, I try to be serious, y'all. He said he trying to be serious. He said the shoe is on the foot he wear. Oh Lord. See, sometimes it just be natural. I ain't gonna lie, it be it just be natural. I don't even be trying. I swear I wasn't trying just now. I swear I wasn't. He having nightmares about. You know what's funny too? Here's the thing, right? When you really think about all this that went down, understand that the person who allegedly sent all this and made this happen, he's not touched in no way, shape, or form. Ain't that crazy? And he may be the one that got that chain. So they did all this for jewelry that they don't even have. Right? Because once again, their beef wasn't with JR. They got no beef with JR. They got no beef with him. They didn't have no beef with him from the beginning. Just like Axe said, them people been there. They're trying to paint this narrative that Ben 10 was on 10 the whole day. And suddenly when J. Prince Jr. came in and they had words with JR and Ben 10 just did whatever he wanted to do. So once again, right? And this is another thing when we were talking about respect earlier. First of all, let's see how old J. Prince Jr. is, right? How old is J. Prince Jr.? Let's see how old he is. What the hell is this? Let's see how old he is. I don't even know how old this man is. This man is 39 years old. Wait, no. Wait, what? J. Prince Sr.? That man damn sure ain't no 30. This gotta be J. Prince Jr. because I know damn well Sr. ain't nowhere near 39. Ain't no way, bucko. Alright, so yeah, this gotta be J. Prince Jr. Alright. So he said he galloped. That's a fact. Alright, so this man was born 1987. He's 39 years old, y'all. Now you mean to tell me, because Axe said that according to OG3, he told him, like, yo, Ben 10, don't do nothing crazy. Like, you on 10, my mother is here and my daughter is here. This man, J. Prince Jr., right? A man that always talk about having respect, right? A man that always talk about, we go by a code of honor. It's about respect. All that whatever bullcrap, right? You mean to tell me you seen these women there, right? There was women there. It was women there. It was kids there. You mean to tell me y'all didn't care about none of that? And y'all still decided to attack this man at OG3's birthday with his mother and his daughter present and other females? See what I'm saying? That's what y'all was doing? Where's the respect? Right? It's supposed to be a code of honor. Mob ties. Mob. The mafia, right? With this man being 39 years old, he didn't think to say, yo, listen, fellas, not here. We gonna catch him. Why they couldn't wait till he came outside? That would have been better because it would have been limited cameras around. I mean, of course you would have had the cameras on the establishments, but now you got a situation where people literally got this man on camera smiling in the background. And then they still got the nerve to say he got nothing to do with it. What he smiling for? If he got nothing to do with it, why is he smiling? Why is he around? Ben 10 prove he only respects money. That's a fact. Because think about it, right? Think about this. How you think NBA YoungBoy feel? If you supposed to be my mans, you supposed to be NBA, how you taking orders from another man? Right? That's like you being in the NFL and you got a contract. You play for a team, right? But then you go get hurt playing junior league football. How are you supposed to uphold your contract now in the NFL? What are you doing? Why are you even over there? Why are you playing over there? See what I'm saying? Why are you over there? Doesn't make sense. So now you're supposed to be a part of NBA, but you're taking orders from JR, and marble tie, and you end up getting hurt, now you can't play for us no more. I mean, you can. You just got to be seated. You just got to, like, play from, like, the benches. Like, you know, get the waters, make sure the team is good. You know, get the rags when everybody is sweaty. See what I'm saying? Make sure the hot cocoa is hot when it's cold outside. You know, that type of thing. Drea, what's up? Appreciate you pulling up. I appreciate you. We definitely got to start doing this more often, yo. I got to get it back. But I appreciate y'all that definitely pull up all the time. Earl, appreciate you for pulling up. What was that? Earl, URL Samuel. Sit down, put your feet. The boy can't even lounge. He can't lounge no more. Right? Y'all can't even go tell him, hey, go break a leg. You know what I mean? Do good out there. Break a leg. You can't even tell him that, man. OG3 lucky he was saved by his mom. That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, that's a hard one. NWA never walk again. We got to find one for NBA. No boots at all. no something. No balance again. No something. That's what he gets for always running behind somebody. Facts. That's another thing too. When you gonna be your own man, right? Talking about he can't wait to get out so he could kick it. I think he was trolling himself. He was damn sure trolling himself with that one. Got the nerve to talk about, I can't wait to get out so I could come kick it. What you kicking? What the hell are you kicking, bucko? Come on, man. These guys are crazy. And then, like I said, man, the youth, they just so misled. They just so misled, bro. Because these are the same guys that the youth look up to. This man is literally in the hospital bed trolling. How you trolling from a hospital bed? Like, make it make sense. And they think it's cool. I've been watching your content for a long time. I appreciate you. For sure. Trying to make light of the situation. And that's exactly what he's doing. But he don't know he's digging himself more in the hole. Some things are just better left unsaid. Like, all right, bet you got this one. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just chill, recover, heal up. Silence is better than talking sometimes. The mystique, right? Let me tell you right now, if he was to be in that hospital bed just minding his business, not on social media, focusing on healing like he's supposed to, he'll be fine. People will be checking for him more. People might have sympathy for him if he wasn't posting on social media. He said he trying to heal up so he could run it back. He trying to run it back. He trying to get a redo. He said, hey, let's run that back. Hold on. Let's see. It's over, bucko. Hold on. Let me lace these boots up. Oh, Lord. Y'all crazy. He said, let me lace these boots up, man. It's over. Talking about he trying to come home and kick it. He trolling himself. You getting me through work. I don't even feel like I'm working. That's a fact. I appreciate. Yo, this is what, and it's funny you say that, right? That was the whole point of doing these lives. When I was going live a little more consistently before, that was the whole point. That was the whole point. We used to go live almost every other day. I ain't gonna make it seem like it was all the time, but it was every other day. And we go live at 12 o'clock. For all my people out there that's working y'all job, shout out to y'all. We definitely, this is the reason why we do it, you know? Give y'all something to vibe to while y'all out there, man. I appreciate y'all for sure. Cashman, I appreciate you for pulling up, for sure. Thank you, y'all. But so now that we already know that clearly something ain't right with the situation, I did want to get into hold on. It's a little too. What time is it? It's 2:23. Damn, we already been on here for some time. I wanted to get into Cenat, y'all. We probably gonna do that next time. So I be needing that. Midnight's not easy. That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been there. Man. I've been there. That's why I know. I never forget. One time I slept at work. We did an all-nighter. If anybody know anything about construction, when they got TCO, And y'all know that's like the most biggest thing in construction when they get TCO. Because if they fail, oh boy, it's right before tenants can move in. So what they do is, if they don't pass that inspection, that TCO, that big inspection, it's over. So it was one time, the inspector was coming late. No, early in the morning. And they just wanted us to just stay overnight. I literally spent the night at work. I mean, I got paid for it, but that was crazy. I thought I'd never do no shit like that. Who spent the night at work? Insane. Let me see if you could run it. Oh no, he hate Chris Brown now. He hate Chris Brown. He don't want to hit no run it. He don't even want to watch track. He don't want to watch track. He don't. He don't want to go no football fields. He don't want to see no line. He don't see none of that. He don't want to go to the gym no more. If you know anybody like Jay Prince Jr., you know what's crazy? In the hoods these days, right now, there's a lot of Jay Prince Jr.'s out there preying on these kids. It's a lot of them, y'all. He don't like rerun TV shows. He gonna listen to some 2 Chainz. A boiler vessel engineer. Oh wow! Shout out to you. That's a dope job. Boiler vessel engineer. You don't hear too many people with that job. Shout out to you. I know that that wallet pretty nice. Shout out to you. The F happened to Kyle. What didn't happen to Kyle? Right? Damn, I did want to do this earlier because what is it? It's 2:26, huh? It's not so much as what happened. All right, so we're gonna play around, right? Not even so much as play around. Let's see. Let's just compare a few things. I want to show y'all, right? So, matter of fact, we don't even got to go far. Look at this, right? Just look at them. Just when you look at them, right? What do you see? Right? Let me see. Is this? Let me show y'all something. Y'all know we like to get into the conspiracy theories. That's what I like doing first, but we just had to talk about the whole JR situation real quick. But y'all know it's always conspiracy theories here. I like to bring awareness to all the things they claim are conspiracies. Boy going crazy by himself in the browser. Look at him. Let me chill, man. Oh, let me see. Y'all know we like getting into the conspiracy theories. And it's funny because the reason why I wanted to bring this up tonight is because since this situation happened with him, where he just totally stopped, right? He stopped streaming. We haven't been going live. Prior to this, we haven't been live since October 2025. And before then, we wasn't live since 2024. So we missed a lot. We missed a lot. I'm trying to think of, let me see. Who's the Fox 5? Put me on, Cashmere. I'm trying to look for a right picture, y'all. My fault. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find a picture. All right. What the hell happened? Oh, what that's about. He said, what the F do y'all be talking about? Y'all so easy to be trolled. Well, fortunately for us, we don't really have trolls here. See what I'm saying? That's the good thing about it here. The thing about it here We have like-minded people here. And the good thing about lives, YouTube and all that, y'all gotta remember, you choose to join. I always say it's like going to a GAY. You always got a certain people come here and be like, oh, it's stupid here. Y'all, why y'all believe in this? Why did you come here? Right? If we silly here, what are you for coming here and calling us silly? You came here. We ain't tell you to come here. You came here. Why did you come here? Anyway, I don't even think this picture do it justice. There's a certain picture. And the reason why I want to do this too, right? If y'all notice, who cut his hair? LeBron, right? I'm trying to look for a picture. Give me a second. There's a certain picture I'm looking for. And for y'all that know anything about hair, especially dreadlocks and what it represents, when LeBron cut his hair, that was just plain symbolism right there. My fault. Let me see. The incident that happened on 42nd Street, the police shot and killed him. I gotta look into that one. I gotta look into it. Here you go. This is the picture. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Who the hell is this? All right, now, these are the pictures, y'all. Let me see. Should I use this one or a different one? Let me see. Right? Y'all just, hey, listen. Now, here's the thing, right? When people say, why do they care about clones? Why do they care about putting people on the MK Ultra? What people don't realize is this. It's about influence, right? If you remember, at one point in time, Cenat was the biggest streamer in the world. Not just for a year or two. This man was literally the biggest streamer for years. See what I'm saying? And if also him and his mother was big on talking about God. See what I'm saying? Big on God, big on pushing religion, God, right? And the thing about that is they can't get somebody like this to compromise themselves, especially when they come from the type of home that he comes from. When his mother said that she prayed for him, right? When they talk about religion, when they in their streams and they talking to the young kids and they talking about empowering themselves, not talking about destruction, not talking about painting your nails, not talking about coloring your hair or doing anything weird, because he was totally against that. See what I'm saying? So what would happen, right? What is it that would make a kid go from being one of the biggest streamers in history to out of nowhere just saying, I don't want to do this no more. I want to do clothes. Right? And then even more. Y'all remember, what's that kid named? Phantom? Or I think the kind of chubby Spanish kid. Y'all remember what he said when he came out and said, yo, it's like something isn't right. He started talking about the sacrifice stuff, started talking about this stuff, that stuff. Y'all remember that? That boy willingly sold out. No, he did not sell out. He did not sell out. That's the thing. Because when you look, just look at it. If y'all know anything about the eyes, look. Do it look like anything there? He got paid the undisposable amount to sell out. That's why we don't see him no more. He took his money. All right. So in order to sell out, right, you have to do something. I understand what you're saying, but he didn't do anything. Now, if we would have seen Kai talking about like worshiping, the deaf, worshiping Satan, worshiping. If we would have heard him talk things like that, or talking about painting your nails, or talk about anything off the wall, that would be different. But as far as what we can see, what did he sell out of? Just tell me. If you feel he sold out, just let me know what he sold out about. What did he do different? What did he do that made him sell out? He said they boyfriends. You see what I'm saying? So it's not, like I said, if you could tell me what he sold out, then I say, all right, you're right. You know what I do see? Here's what I do see. And I was saying this, we in 2026, right? When we was going live in 2024, wasn't he in the shower? Exactly. That's when, yeah, you hear what he said? Wasn't he in the shower? Once he started going that route, we started seeing a different car. Yeah, what promoting jail culture. Once he started going that route, that's what I'm trying. I was getting to that part. Once he started going that route, you notice it was a switch. See what I'm saying? You notice it was a switch, and this is what I'm trying to get to. I don't know what year it was. But I believe it was like in 2024, right? Anybody hanging around Kevin? That's a fact. I agree with you on that. And we know Drewski, if you know anything about Drewski, perfect example, not to veer off topic, but you see how everybody's talking about Drewski, how he just did that that skit with that lady? If y'all realize, what was he doing? This is the part that everybody missed. Everybody keeps saying, oh, he made fun of the Clark girl. What y'all also don't realize is he dressed up as a female. Feel me? That's the part everybody missed. It was a good job, well done, but he also dressed up as a female. And what do we know about the rituals with them people in that industry between dresses and, right? See what I'm saying? That's the part nobody paid. They let that go over their heads because of the message. And I get it. Shout out to the message. But forget the message. I was just looking at the part that he had dressed up like a woman. This is the same man that wore the booty cheeks out, right? First of all, he big as hell. I think what's his name, like 6'2", 6'3", something like that. Drewski like every bit of 6'2", 6'3". He's the same man that wore them shorts with his butt out. Feel me? So these are and y'all wonder why certain people are in the forefront. There's a reason. Now, back to Kai. Right? Not to mention, Kevin Hart was the same guy that told you he would never wear a dress. Turned around on SNL. Hold on, let's see. Hold on, my fault. I know I'm veering off, but sometimes I gotta show y'all proof. Right? Sometimes we gotta show proof. Right? See that? It's not that much money in the world, y'all. I'm sorry. It's not that much money in the world. It's not. And then at what point do enough becomes enough? Right? At what point does enough become enough? So, let me see. And this is the same man that said he would never do that, by the way. Oh, good point. Good point. Shout out to you, Mac Moore. He said, and look what's on his head. Y'all see what's on his head? Right? Y'all see what's on that head, right? Don't that look familiar to, hold on. that? I'm looking for the specific hat. But y'all get the memo. Y'all get the memo. Y'all know what this is about. Right? 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 First of all, damn. See that? Y'all see this? I rebuke this. Whatever's going on right there, I rebuke that. See that face? Anyway. I don't look. Look at that hat. So, he said Black King. I don't know if you trolling or you serious. Martin was the same way. When he tried to backtrack, they called him crazy. Let me tell y'all something about Martin. On our last live, we was talking about Martin. Because for some reason, people don't understand. A lot of the guys you see now, back in the days, they were what you call conspiracy theorists. Will Smith, Martin, Jamie Foxx, I forgot this other guy's name, damn. It's a lot of them. But if y'all remember, Will Smith, what he said on Barbara Walters, right? She called him a conspiracy theorist, right? Y'all remember Martin, back in the days when he was on Arsenio Hall, and what he said about us coming together. Fast forward, after he said what he said, they claim he was running down the street butt naked saying they trying to kill me. And you know what they said? Oh, he's crazy. He was doing drugs. I know. Jamie Foxx. Before Jamie Foxx went into that medical emergency, whatever it was, right? He came out of nowhere when he was on the set of that movie with Carmen Diaz. He said they was trying to kill me. They called the police, right? Today, you know what's funny? To this day, that's crazy. Now I'm thinking about it. To this day, we could get all type of police audio, all type of phone records. And why we never heard when Jamie Foxx called the cops and said they trying to kill me? Why we never heard that? And who was they? To this day, nobody know who they is. They gonna they us to death. This is why I respect Monique. You remember when Monique said this? Hold on. Look, remember when Monique said this right here, y'all?
I've heard things, what they've told me personally, people that were in the room.
Say their names.
Boom. You hear that? Let me play it right back real quick. Angelique.
I've heard things, what they've told me personally, people that were in the room.
Say their names. And if not, like I told Lenard before, keep it
on the playground. Feel me? Nip it right in the bud. I heard things that they said. Everybody got they. And it's funny because nobody believes in that the fact that there's a something behind the scenes, right? Nobody believes. They try to act like I don't want to say the word, but they trying to act like these organizations, let's say that, don't exist. But it's funny because it be those same people that don't want to say no names. They just want to say they. Right? Who's they? It's funny. Everybody just want to say they. Why nobody want to say who's the names? What's that big dude from Friday After Next? He went on and told us that a big Hollywood producer touched his stuff right in front of his family, and to this day, he never said who the man was. Terry Crews, right? Terry Crews went on a whole campaign about being touched by another man in front of his family, in front of his daughter, in front of his wife, his son. And to this day, we don't know who that person is. Crazy, right? Not to mention, he never said that he did anything neither. Feel me? Why you mean to tell me another man, you know the type of power you gotta possess when another man could come and touch your stuff in front of your family and you don't do a damn thing to him? You got to be somebody, clearly, to have that type of just, what's the word I'm looking for? Not ego. Confidence. Yeah, confidence. We're going to go with confidence. There was another word I was looking for, but we're going to go with confidence. You got to be a different type of man that has that type of confidence to go on to a big man like Terry Crews. Because I'm pretty sure whoever did it was not his size. So you got to be a different type of individual to go up to Terry Crews and sit there and touch this man's private part in front of his family. And he don't do nothing to you. Audacity, that's the word. That's what I was looking for. So, I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to get back to the Cenat thing real quick. The whole point I wanted to make about the whole Cenat thing was when them people want to get rid of you because you're not following certain guidelines, this is how they do it, right? This is how they do it. You can't sit here and tell me that if you look at this person, bro, just look. Like, just look. The eyes are the window to the soul. When you look in here, what do you see? Right? And once again, I always tell y'all when we do these lives, I don't want you to believe anything I'm saying. All of this is just to bring awareness, to spark something in your mind yourself. And then you go do your own due diligence. But when it comes to this here, just look. That's it. Just look. He been a plant since day one. I can't say that. Because he was doing something that nobody was. Let me tell you. I said it back in, I think, 2024. I'm trying to remember. It was either 2023 or 2024. I said right away, once I seen this man win the Streamer of the Year award over all those, the Juice Crew, I said, oh yeah. Once he won over all the Juice Crew, it was over. It was over. Over Aiden Ross, Sneeko. Who else you think is Neon? Who else you think is any, let me tell you, any streamer who you think is somebody, bro, before them, there was Cenat. Let's just nip it in the bud. Instead of naming all names, any streamer who you think is doing something, just know it was this man right here before all of them. And the only way they got to exceed more is because whatever happened with this man, because something happened. I don't know what. This is the same kid that was going to award shows. Everywhere he was going, they was trying to offer him stuff. And he knows better. Why you think when he tried to go places, right? When he was going places, they was trying to offer him food. He like, nah, I'm good. He know what's up. They was trying to offer him water or all type of liquids. Nah, I'm good. He not stupid. He come across certain people when he's streaming, when he go to these events, you know what he do? He come across some people, he like, yo, damn, their energy is weird. I got to get out of here. Or then he start praying, or then he be like, you know what? I rebuke you, because he know what's up. You seen when that lady was trying to touch him and hug all on him, and he was like, all right, yeah, because he know what's up. Never let nobody touch you. That energy. If you know anything about war, see, I don't want to say certain things on here, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know. No. He didn't say he got to do more. They asked him about Kai, and he like, nah, yeah, he's not a factor. He got the nerve to say that Kai, out of all people, Cenat, right? This is, oh, matter of fact, let's go to it. Let's hear what he said verbatim, so we don't put any words in his mouth. Keep in mind, this is Cenat. Most of these people you wouldn't know about Twitch if it wasn't for Cenat. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't care about Twitch if it wasn't for Cenat. None of these guys would know. I'm not going to say that they wouldn't know. What I'm saying is, when you think about Twitch, you think about Cenat, bro. That's all I'm saying. And the owner got the nerve to get up there and say, yeah, well. And he pressed him about it. Look, this how you know these guys, and this how you know these people be lying. Look at this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch him catch him in his lie, too. Hold on. Here you go. This is the CEO talking about Cenat right here.
In other words, Kai is big now, but you know, arguably it's like, now he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But arguably it's like, look, you're great, but you can't be on the Mount Rushmore yet. See, initially I mentioned...
How you not put Cenat on the Mount Rushmore of Twitch? Are you crazy?
Speed, and then I was like, oh no, and I swapped Speed out for Queso. Yeah. In other words, Kai is.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And it's funny he did it because I hate to play the race card, but we know what's going on. We know what's going on. Let's not be stupid. Two of the biggest streamers who happen to be African American, he said he had to swap them out. Nah, they don't belong on the Mount Rushmore Twitch. No. No. But pay attention to what he said too, because then we're gonna get into what when Cenat pressed him at the awards. Watch what he say, but listen to this one more time.
In other words, Kai is big now, but arguably it's like, now he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But arguably it's like, look, you're great, but you can't be on the Mount Rushmore yet. See, initially.
Hear that? And he said the only reason why he put him on there is because he asked him. Now pay attention to this one. Watch this. This one Cenat pressed him.
I guarantee you it was edited.
It didn't look edited.
He lied and said the video was edited. You see what I'm saying? It was edited. These people will lie right in your face. Let's go back to, hold on. Let's go back. Now that y'all know what he said, let's go back to, look.
In other words, Kai is big now, but arguably it's like, now he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But arguably it's like, look, you're great, but you can't be on the Mount Rushmore yet. See, initially
All right, now look at this. Now look what he says.
I guarantee you it was edited.
It didn't look edited.
Did he tell you what I said?
Yeah, he said you thought it was edited.
No, I'll tell you what I said. Tell you exactly what I said. Miz gave his Mount Rushmore. Yeah. Right? And then.
See, now y'all see when I talk about body language, right? You see how he's talking? First of all, we all know he's lying because we just seen the clip. We know he's lying. You see how people, when they're lying, how they try to... This is what academics was doing just a few minutes ago. This is what academics was just doing a few minutes ago, right? Coming up as they go along. Look at this. Watch this.
No, I'll tell you what I said. Tell you exactly what I said. Miz gave his Mount Rushmore. Yeah. Right? And then he gave like OG. He gave like Soda Poppin' and Rectful and all these OG. Yeah. And I said, oh, I guess for some people, Mount Rushmore is for the OG.
Yeah, I seen that, yeah.
Okay, and so if that is your thing, then Kai and Speed are at the top of the heap now.
No, you said...
He did not say that. Yo, and it's crazy because these people will lie right in your face with a straight up face. This is why I don't... Let me tell you, I can't tell you I trust anybody, right? Because we know that people will sit there and lie in your face with the straightest of faces. Take whatever somebody say to you with discernment, bro. And I always say, if somebody tell you something and it don't feel right, believe it. Your intuition is a GPS from source. We just don't never use it, bro. So when somebody tell you something or something's going on with you or you feel something ain't right, don't do it. Listen to yourself, right? Listen to yourself, y'all. How many times you done did something that went against your gut feeling and you paid the price for it, right? The last time I got incarcerated was because I did something that I knew damn sure I wasn't supposed to be doing, and that day I had a gut feeling about what I was doing, and I still kept doing it. And guess what happened? I ended up getting a year. So I tell people all the time. And since then, I use my gut feeling with everything. I don't even care if it's going out somewhere. If I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. If I get a bad vibe, I'm not doing it. Somebody tell me something I don't believe it. Simple. I'm not second guessing myself.
No. And then therefore Kai and Speed wouldn't be on. No, I said they're at the top of the heap now. So then Kai and Speed wouldn't be on Mount Rushmore.
Now you had said, you already told me that I was on Mount Rushmore because you was in front of me.
Oh, no, you saw that. No, I had you on that.
You hear that? No. That's exactly what he said. He said the only reason why he said Cenat belong on Rushmore, the Twitch Rushmore, is because he was in his face. See, we don't got I got to look for the whole video. There's a whole video of it. It's like a good 30 seconds long. That was only 14. The other one was only 14 seconds. But it was like 30-something seconds, and they asked him, like, well, why did you say Cenat? He said, well, I only said it because he was in my face, and, crazy. Nisha, I appreciate you for pulling up. Shout out to you. people lose their life and freedom off going against that gut feeling. I'm one of those people. God forbid my life, but definitely my freedom. It cost me a whole year of my life. That's a fact. And ever since then, I always use my intuition. Always.
I meant the clip.
No, you said to Miss, you said the only reason why you put me on Mount Rushmore is because you was in front of me. Yeah.
And then you see his face. He got the nerve to tell him, he know he's lying and still had the nerve to look in his face and say, no, that's not what I said. Look. And you know he was wrong. This is why he said it was edited. Watch this.
I guarantee you it was edited.
I guarantee you it was edited. So he walked up on a walk-up saying, I guarantee you it was edited, which means he know exactly what he did wrong. It was edited.
I guarantee you it was edited.
It didn't look edited.
But then he gonna say he didn't say it. So which one is it? Was it edited or you just didn't say it?
In other words, Kai is big now, but you know, arguably it's like, now he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But
See that? He just said it. He asked me, so I had to put him on there.
like, now he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But arguably it's like, look, you're great.
Crazy. Anyway, so where was we going with this, y'all? Basically, Cenat. Oh, excuse me. Basically, when we see Cenat, right? Let's put the pictures back up here for y'all that wasn't here before. I want to get another picture. Hold on, let me get another picture. This one is cool too, but what about this? Is this? I mean, yeah, maybe I think this might do it justice too. Right? This might do it justice, right? See what I'm saying? Something ain't right. Something ain't right. That is the face of the. Well, not this one, but the face of the. You talk about the Caucasian guy, the YT man. But look at this, y'all. See what I'm saying? I don't know. And you know when it started, like I said, all it started when he won Streamer of the Year the first year, I was like, yeah, he's gonna have to be careful. Then when he won it twice, the man won Streamer of the Year 2 years in a row. Right? And this is the thing, right? This is why when the man come up there and say you can't put him on Mount Rushmore, it's like, how? I don't think anybody did what this man did when it came to Twitch. Hold on, I just thought of something too. All right, now look, right? Also, I want to get into that too. Let's get into the when they cut his hair. Look how weird everything look, y'all. Hold on. Look at this. Oh, it's 12 minutes. I don't know.
Ziploc bag.
Yeah, Kai, we got the Ziploc bag. Okay. Put up, and then I have the pictures. You gotta get it. Kai, you wanna get it?
W Braun,
Kai,
y'all.
what's them here? Nice.
That's crazy. This is history.
Now, if you notice what he's doing, right? This might look like nothing to y'all, but if you know the energy and what they do with your energy and all that, right? You see what he's doing with his hair? Look,
Right here.
hold on. He got his dread on his. I don't know if y'all can see this up here, but LeBron got one of his dreads on his own hair, like his head. Why? I don't. Hold on, look. Oh, he got two of them. Look, see it hanging? See it? Harvesting energy. See what I'm saying? Pay attention.
Wait. The last. Wait.
Wait, what's the last one?
The last one. Hold on.
Last one.
Last one.
Alright, go.
Last
Last one, guys. Last one.
Now, I'm trying to think about so much stuff, man. Oh, man. Just understand that after this man was never the same. Also, know that this is the same man right here, right? This man right here is the same man that got the Baphomet tatted on his body. Let me see if I can find
LeBron James and Rabbi Yeshayahu Pinto.
What's this about? You know what killed me about some of these guys, right? What killed me about a lot of these guys is that he would never do this at a party full of us. See what I'm saying? They would never feel this comfortable around their own. Like, if another grown man that looks like him came up to him and wanted to hold his hand while he walked, he would never do that. And it's just interesting to see certain things. I mean, I know why. I think we all know why. But it's also just interesting that nobody questions these type of things, to be honest with you. Nothing wrong with said nothing wrong with Jews. Yeah, shout out to you, Big Sosa. Yeah, man. So yeah, it's like I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think I probably ran out of energy, but when I be, like I said, when I sit back and I be seeing some of these things, man, it's very interesting. And the fact that people don't be seeing it is, it's like I said, it's just interesting to see. Let me see if they got the this. It's not clear. I'm trying to show y'all the tattoo real quick. Of course, they're not gonna have it. Nah, I'm definitely gonna start going live more. I told myself whenever like certain things happen, I'm gonna start going live more. Just like how we how we used to. Little baby. You know, it's crazy. Matter of fact, and let's go. Look, you see what I just said earlier, right? I said, it's amazing how these guys are comfortable doing things with others that they wouldn't allow other people to do to them that look like us. This is one of the things I'm talking about. Right? Things like this. Things like this. Things like this. See what I'm saying? Like this. See what I'm saying? Let me tell you right now. What's that kid's name? Seti, the guy that be around little baby, Seti. What's the other kid that be around little baby? Nate. I forgot the other kid name too. But they all like besties with little baby, right? And I'm gonna tell you, I bet you. Shamar, what's up? Appreciate you for pulling up. I bet you in a million years. Not even I said a million years, my fault. That's how you know it's getting to that point. But I bet you in my last dollar, none of them, even though they knew baby since he was a kid, they probably knew baby for a million years. None of them would or have ever hugged baby this close. See what I'm saying? None of them ever in their life hugged baby this close. None of them will neither. None of them ever will. Because they know the type of response they would get from baby. Our problem is we let others, especially guys with money, do whatever they want for some reason because we idolize what they have. And they know that. They know that. That's how they get us. It's all about the money. Right? Because we idolize prized possessions and things of that nature. We all love money. I love money. It's just certain things I'm not willing to do for it. And I think that's what differentiates me from a lot of them. Or just us. There's a lot of people that's just like me. We all love money, y'all. We love what it can do. We love the freedom that it brings. But the things that we're willing to do aren't as, severe as others. Let's just say that. Actually, let's hear this too. Let me see if I still got the Let me tell you what this man said too. This is the crazy part. This is what he had to say. Listen how he talk, right? Listen to what he said. Hold on. Listen how he's talking to these guys. These are all every bit of men too. Look at the laugh. First of all, gums and teeth is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Hold up. Ain't no way. Anyway, my fault. I ain't even see. Listen to what this man says. Oh, I ain't turned it off. Hold on.
You're gonna get another drunk. Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
We had 5 girls. She be like,
see that? You know what he says? These are grown men he's talking to.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
Wow.
We had 5 girls. She be like, all y'all get in the shower.
That's a fact. Yo, listen. He don't even say, what type of laugh was this? This is the laugh I do with my son to make him think whatever the hell he's saying was actually funny. No, and it wasn't funny at all. Look at this.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
Sister, we had 5 girls. She be like, all y'all get in the shower.
Mike. Man, Mike.
I'm gonna come hug you right now. I'm coming to hug you. Big hug. Get up and love each other. Hey, get up off me, dog. You heard me, Mike? Get up off me, man. Look, this man on my legs, y'all. Get this man.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna...
Yeah, well. Oh, man.
Reformer Alliance is amazing.
Well, the friendship with Lil Baby, why such a... What was it about him and your guys' rapport that sort of connected you?
He's a great guy. Baby is absolutely one of the best human beings in the planet.
You know, it's funny. He says that about Baby all the time. He also says that about Meek. He always said these guys, they're the best people on the planet. Yo, you see what somebody said? Look, I ain't even see this. Hold on. Look what somebody said. I don't know what it is, but Mike Rubin, evil, dog. See what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's not even, it's just about the energy. And if you're tapped in with your energy and you understand energy, you can feel it, bro. You can feel it. They don't even have to tell you. You can just feel it. He said, I don't know what it is, but he's evil. Hold on now, let's see what the hell he gotta say.
There's never been a thing I've asked him to help with, like, from a charitable perspective with the Reform Alliance. There's never been anything. He's just such a great human being, and like, I love his work ethic. And also, like, when you hear his story, and I don't know anything about music, so when I met him the first time with Drake in the Bahamas in 2020, and he's telling me a story about, he was in jail a couple years earlier, he never rapped, and now he's got this great, kind of music career. Like, you just want to root for the guy. And I'll tell you something, I've never actually said this before. The stuff of the drug was the most ridiculous thing in the world, right? We're at a party, everyone's drunk. It's a 13-hour party. People drink a lot of alcohol. Someone captures a picture of me jumping on his back for 1 second and then says, oh, there's something suspect about it. There's just these drunken guys. By the way, before coming.
Now, if you notice, he always brings that up. Why? Right? But then, too, he said it was just a quick little thing that somebody caught. It wasn't quick. Y'all was posing for that picture. Man, hold on. Let me show you what he said is quick. This look quick to y'all? This look quick to y'all? Ah, y'all caught that too. 13-hour party. What party y'all at where y'all partying for 13 hours? It ain't that much party in the world. The only parties we hear at parties like that is Diddy parties, right? And keep him, let me look. Do this look like a, hold on, let's go back this. I can see it, maybe it was one picture and they was caught off guard. This is 2 pictures with 2 different men. Hold up. I just realized one man and he got 2 of them. So this ain't something that was just caught off guard. And this wasn't something quick. Y'all posed for this. Look at him. What is he doing? Like, what is that about? Yo, he's so close to this man, right? He's so close, his stomach is on his back. Yeah. And there you go, 13. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. That number. Whenever you hear 13, 33, and 30, you already know what's going on. You know what's going on.
We've all done it. Like, let's keep it real. By the way, you love W.
And then you try to look around talk about we all done it. No, we haven't, Ruben. No, we haven't, Ruben. I don't get drunk with my friends and want to start hugging them from the back. I'm sorry. I don't know anybody that does. And y'all gotta remember the YT humor is a little very much different from ours. I never in my life got drunk and said I want to hug my friend from the back. I'm sorry.
You've done more than anybody.
People in their skins.
Exactly. By the way, I haven't gone there. But the thing that actually killed me about that is it actually hurt his career. Last year, and I felt like I've always wanted to help people.
He's on a good build back.
He's
right
crushing
now.
now.
Crushing.
And I was just with him and we're driving him in London. But actually, the thing is, he's such an extraordinary human being, and he's such a special person. And if you think about, people who just want to hate on social media, who one picture of, a bunch of drunken people could be turned into something that it wasn't.
It's because.
Let me say one more thing. The thing I love, you take a guy like that, he's unrelenting. He doesn't let anything hold him back. He's seen it all. He's a fighter, and when he told me a couple weeks ago, hey, I got a song. It's like one of the top songs in the country right now. It made me so freaking happy to see him winning, because that's a great guy winning. He's a great human being, and people just got to know him to know that.
So the reason I brought up the billionaire class thing earlier,
talking about the Reform Alliance, is amazing.
Well,
Man, let me tell y'all, man. Y'all be careful out there. When I be seeing, I don't know, man. It's just the energies and stuff. When you just look at, when you see certain things, it's kind of interesting. The energy that can come from certain things. But this is the same person. That's another thing too, right? This is the same person where they try to say this was harmless right here.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your...
He said they clipped me doing bunny hops and acted as if a billionaire made me do something against my moral codes from a lost bet. That was a clip. I brought them billionaires around the culture. First of all, I bought. Yeah. Anyway, I brought them billionaires around the culture where millions was made in the rap industry, many artists. That's the clip. Let me tell y'all one thing y'all gotta understand about these rappers. Whenever they try to use money in a situation, just know something ain't right. Whenever they try to lead with money, they always bring up, they be like, oh, well, you made him, he hugged you from the back. And I just made $2 million yesterday. What? Y'all broke. What y'all talk? Y'all broke. Y'all never be on private jets. What? That got nothing to do with the Chi and China, Bucko. We talk about this man that just hugged you from the back. Right? He said they were bought. They compromised. Yeah. Whenever they leave with money, you tell them like, yo, bro, wait, hold up. Why was you in the pool and Diddy was calling you daddy? Man, I don't know what they talking about. I just bought 2 jets the other week. I'm riding around these Maybachs. You like, what? What? All I said, why was this man calling you daddy? You got the nerve to tell me that you bought 2 Maybachs and I don't care. Ruben treating these rappers like pets. Most of them billionaires do. That's the crazy part. That's why I always say, these guys act tough to us. They act like something to us, but get around them other people and they just be acting, I don't know, diabolical or something. Let me tell you, Meek is never going to escape those allegations when I see him wear the same shirt as Diddy. I still want him to explain that one. I ain't going to lie to you. This situation right here, I don't care what nobody say. O'Malley, right? O'Malley is Meek's cousin. You think if Meek lost a bet with O'Malley, he'll be doing these jumping thingy, whatever these things is called? I don't know what I don't even know what the hell these things are called. Look.
Ass beating tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. Count out loud.
And he really started counting too. He tried to get away from the camera, look.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek?
He tried to hop his little ass away from the kid. Oh, man. He didn't tell Diddy no. Remember Cat Williams? Cat Williams said you got to tell him no. That's another thing. When everybody's saying these things, it'd be funny how people, you know what I never understood? I never understood the people that's never been in the industry, but always trying to tell the people that's actually in the industry what's going on in the industry. Right? You see how interesting that is? The people that's not in the industry and never been is always trying to tell the people that's been in the industry what's going on in the industry. I never understood that. But listen, y'all, we're about to get off here, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I definitely want to do the Cenat thing again. Next time I'm gonna lead with that because I definitely want to get into the Cenat thing. Y'all know usually we start off with the quote unquote conspiracies first. Because like I said, I like that. That's different. It opens your mind. Once again, you don't gotta listen to me. That's just to bring awareness to these things that's going on, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up as always. It's 3 in the morning. I was supposed to be off here by 2. By 2. But we're gonna start going live again more often. So just be on the lookout. Whenever something, interesting happen and we could talk about, that's what I like doing, man. Our lives is different. We like to talk real. We could get into the foolishness, which is cool, but we like talking real first. That's what it's about. Real things that's going on. It's a lot that's going on in this world, y'all. Forget these celebrities. There's really people in this world. There's really things going on, y'all. Right? So that's what we like to talk about. Mix the medicine with the candy. Like I said, we do the bull crap sometimes. It just is what it is. It's just so, we get all tuned in and whatever the case may be. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. What you said? El Chapo, Slimothy, who that? Richard Mill. Everybody that pulled up, man. Everybody that pulled up. I see y'all in the comments. I appreciate y'all for engaging. For y'all that did, I forgot. 2 people sent bread to the Cash App. I forgot the names, so I gotta look at my phone when I get off. But I appreciate y'all for that as well. Continue put what? Damn, it was something I want to say. Continue. Damn, I forgot the quote, y'all. Anyway, like I said, appreciate y'all for pulling up. Enjoy y'all day. It's Friday. Make sure y'all be safe. Y'all know it's getting crazy out there. It's getting hot. It's nice out, so please be careful out there, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Y'all enjoy y'all.